Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We're back with some Savage Riffs. It's been just a little bit of time since our last session. I don't know if anyone's had children or anything else. I'll let them tell you if they have. I haven't had any, but nothing much has changed. So hi, I'm John. I'm running the game tonight as usual, and it's all cool. Things are not. We did not certainly leave things at a cliffhanger of very dire situation or anything. It's gonna be fine, just fine. So I'm gonna let folks start introducing themselves, and Jane, introduce yourself and your character, and we'll just go around that way.
Sure. I am Jane, and I play what we all affectionately refer to him as Ripper. They are a cyborg. They like to. Actually, I'm not sure what they like, but they're pretty useful in a fight and fairly confusing to a lot of people. So.
Notice.
That's about it.
I don't know what that was, Red. Wait, guess what, Red? Jade, are you done?
Yeah.
All right, so Red, you're next. All right. Let's hear it, Peanut Gallery.
I was just saying, it's not a cyborg. Cyborg is half human. It's a robot. And I'm Red. I'm playing Dr. Alice, your friendly neighborhood robot doctor who recently just had his whole world turned upside down with his memories just coming back to him. So that won't result in anything bad happening to him.
No.
Or anyone around him.
Very safe. Well-tested product. Not dangerous in the least.
Wink, wink.
All right. That brings us around to Gordo.
Hey, everybody. I'm Gordo. I am playing Kriptk, our sardonic ley line walker with a checkered past who is in dire danger of being consumed by some sort of magic-eating critters in this upcoming session. So we may not see Kriptk for very long, but that's who he is right now.
Is that playing?
Fair. Yeah. And then that brings us to Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm playing Wilhelm Planck. I am the Wasteland MacGyver, and try as I might, the last session I played, I thought I was going to die. So we'll see how I fared this session.
Y'all keep saying that. I thought I was gonna die. That seems to be the recurrent theme. But I mean, last session, what'll happen last session? Last session, you talked to some coalition soldiers, and then you went and you fought some. And I found out the proper way to pronounce it. It is Zytickzix or Zytickix is how you pronounce them. They are the swarm of hive aliens. From another dimension that are a real plague up in Minnesota and parts of Canada. And here you are in Texas, and you found a hive, which is odd. There shouldn't be a hive in Texas. And you've come with your hopefully useful communication device to test it out. It did not seem to work on the ones that were outrunning a ley line storm, and during which you had a bit of a combat with them, a bit of a dust-up, if you will. Some people may have nearly died. It's fine. These things happen. But everything was fine. Everyone's good. And then you pressed on and you found this hive-like structure. And you went and explored it, and it had some unusual features. It had there were like implanted electronic devices and so forth. And parts of it did not appear to have been made by the Zytickzix that are inhabiting it. Almost as if somebody had built structures for them to make the hive on. It's odd. And then you pressed in a little bit further into the hive, and now you're in a large chamber, and there is about 14 or 15 of these things in the chamber with you. You're in about 3 feet of mud, and that's where we're picking up. And then we're going to move over to the hive map, which isn't
special. I had a thought, John.
You have a thought?
we weren't using the proper dialect.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we would have shifted it to, oh hey, how is it coming down south? Oh, the heat, yeah. Oh, see, now
That
I
might
just need to put some of the Minnesota spin on the device, and maybe then we'll get some clarity and they'll understand what we're saying.
that
Or
that
they'll say
certainly
more
could be
than
the
no.
case. Yeah. That certainly could be the case. Definitely.
I don't know. I'm just
Your
spitballing
device
here.
is absolutely not flawed. So now,
It's not like it was built in like an hour.
no. This is field research. Research. So yeah. So where we're at is, so rather than do like another drawn out combat to start things, we're going to do this cool thing that you can do in Savage Worlds, which is we're going to turn this into a quick encounter, because I don't want you to die fighting schlubs. It's no fun. I mean, not too much.
For you?
Yeah, right. So what we're going to do is I want you to look at your character sheet. Think about your character. Here's the situation. You have there are multiple paths branching off of this chamber that you're in. There is about 3 feet of mud on the ground. You have these creatures coming in to attack you. Look at your skills, look at your abilities, and so forth, and tell me how you want to play out this encounter. What do you want to, what do you want to do? What skill do you want to use? It could be a combat skill. It could be using your spell casting. You want to sneak away, whatever. And then you're going to do a roll. And based on that roll, we're going to kind of storytell and narrate how this all plays out. And whether you succeed or fail will depend on kind of your total number of successes that you all get. And then if you failed your roll, you might take some damage. If you critically fail your roll, you'll definitely take some damage. One thing that I was doing wrong last time is that most of their attacks do mega damage, which basically means that since none of you have body armor or things that prevent mega damage, we would be using the gritty rules, or in the case of our mechanical friends, the kind of like item technical glitch kind of thing that might happen. So we'll see what kind of happens with that. But if you take a wound, that might come into play. It doesn't necessarily mean someone's going to get an arm blown off again, or someone will instantly die. It's a possibility, but neither here nor there. So when somebody's got something, let me know. Let me know what you got, what you're thinking. Give you a minute.
Okay. So I have higher survival. I do impromptu whatever MacGyver type shit. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find like maybe some, because they're like chitinous insectoids, right?
Correct.
I want to see if I can't find like maybe make a chitin shield or something to kind of protect my ass, and try to maybe use it for the purpose of bashing and shielding.
Okay. And what skill do you kind of want to use for that?
That's a good question.
You want to use like repair or maybe science, or? And what's your ultimate goal with this?
Basically, I want to not get one-shotted.
Okay. I mean, another option is you could use it like a sled, and you could have Ellis push you.
How about no?
I
mean, I like Ellis. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of embarrassing to have a little, putt-putt robot pushing my ass around a mud.
Well, I mean, you're the
area.
guy, though. Why don't you just use the chitinous exoskeletons that you found around to make like snowshoes, so you don't get disadvantaged on moving?
Maybe that would work.
My athletics is like 4, anyway.
So in
It's
other words,
D4.
you'd like to science your way out of the situation.
Science. Science or MacGyver your way out.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
well, here's the thing.
Let's
I would
see how
love
the
to
rules
be.
turn out.
I would
How
love to
about
be able
that?
to use repair, but I don't know if that is applicable here. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm not
No,
trying to repair something. I'm trying to do
repair can also be used to make things. It's
Okay.
not just strictly for repairing. So if you're constructing something, yeah, I would say go ahead and use repair.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll give this
Okay.
the old technical
Right.
college try here.
Don't roll yet. We'll roll
Okay.
once everyone's kind of said what they're going to do, and then we'll kind of play out how the results fall.
Right.
So let's go to Gordo. Let's have you do.
Okay, so I think my strategy is to bravely run away. I have
Fair.
don't want to use any magic because I know they. I think at the very end of last session, Kriptk recalled that these particular creatures kind of home in on magic, so I don't want to do that. So 3 feet deep in mud, I think I'm going to simply fall face forward, plop
Okay.
into the mud, kind of roll around to cover myself as completely as I can, so it's just enough to breathe and see, and then kind of low crawl my way out of the room and try to find another passageway.
Okay. So one thing is you have Techno Wizard armor, and I believe when that's charged up, that does give you EBA, environmentally protected body armor, basically. So technically, you could get all the way in the mud. You could
Okay.
snorkel through the mud in your armor for a wee bit, and
Looking at trying to use stealth, obviously, to stealth my way out of there.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Jane.
I think at this point, because Ripper would be in battle mode, I'm going to use fighting to provide as much cover as possible.
Okay. You
So
want to
they're
use
gonna
fighting
have-
or shooting?
Fighting, because we're close quarters,
Okay,
I think would probably
Sounds
be
good.
best.
all right.
Now where... Because on my sheet...
Mhm.
Because my fighting and my shooting are basically the same, but...
Okay, sure.
So
Oh,
was stealth and survival.
Thanks for the follow.
Real quick before we get going, I almost forgot to gotta recall all the bennies. And then we'll deal out
And
some
the
bennies.
Jets, or just the bennies?
All right, so let's see. Kriptk, you get an extra Benny, correct?
I have to take a look. It's been a while. Let me see. I've got luck.
The correct answer is yes, Gordo.
Well,
Yes.
You a
I'm
god?
trying to be
Yes.
fair. Yes, I have luck, so I have +1.
All right, there we go. All right,
If
we're all
someone
good.
asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Right.
I go, maybe? I do some impressive things. So yeah, all right. So Ripper, it sounds like you're gonna try to fight your way out.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And then that leaves us with Dr. Ellis.
Yes.
The good doctor. What are you gonna do?
I'm kind of been between two things. The first thing is to basically follow what Kriptk is doing and just drop himself down, get himself covered in the mud and stealth, and prepare. Not running away like Kriptk is, just prepare like he was did outside, and basically stealth underwater, under mud, and
All right.
just prepare for whatever happens.
All right. So which
Or-
skill are you gonna use? Or
I
okay.
was thinking you said that the area does have some electronics in it, right?
A little bit. Mostly monitoring devices.
Okay. So that's going to be a roll for later. Okay, then. So we'll do a stealth here.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna do stealth. All right. So everybody, give me a roll. Oh, you have a
Just-
question?
No, just to be clear, so I'm not running away from the entire complex. I'm running out of the room with the
Mhm.
ley line walker eating monsters. That's what I'm trying to do.
Fair. All right, so Dr. Ellis gets a success.
Just.
Okay. Okay, Ripper, not so much.
Might use a Benny and re-roll that.
You can use your Benny and re-roll if you'd like. Kriptk gets a bunch of successes.
Wow,
Just a
check
20.
that out.
On the wild as well.
That's absolutely crazy.
So yeah, if you want to toss a Benny out and re-roll Ripper, go right ahead.
There's a Benny. Where's my thing?
Okay, that is enough successes. So tell me how you, as these things come in, and with enough successes, none of you are going to take any damage. You have evaded this combat successfully, and without getting injured, which is awesome.
Huzzah!
I forget how to put the. I forget how to give you the Benny. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It looks like you already did. So you just kind of toss them out on the table. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Dr. Ellis, did you dive into the muck?
Yep.
All right.
Well,
And you-
basically, you said it was about, what is it, 3 feet of mud,
Yeah, so-
and Alice is
yeah, about a
basically
meter's
3
worth of
feet
mud.
tall, so he's just
bloop. Okay. He did definitely make a bloop noise.
Pulling an Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator move.
yeah. Well, that's
Cover
more
himself
cryptic, I
in
think.
mud.
But because
think that's more
Ellis, I
cryptic.
imagine it's more like The Simpsons and Schwarzenegger, so he just kind of.
Mhm. No, it's more like one of those special op ones that slowly rise up out of the water with the gun in hand.
All right. All right. So then, Ripper. So, what's it look like? You're going toe to toe with a bunch of these.
Ripper remembers their CQC training and begins to
Okay.
disembowel as many of these things as possible with the. I'm pretty sure it was a bayonet that he's got.
Okay. Vibro bayonet.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my. Yeah, there it is. Oh, hold on. No, those are wooden stakes. Yep, vibro bayonet. There it is.
All
That's
right.
what I'm attacking with.
All right. So you're gutting Zytics left and right, and you're gonna head for like an exit.
I'm gonna head for the same one that everybody else is heading for.
Okay, sure. All right. Kriptk, you take the plunge.
I do. So I fall forward, completely submerging in the mud, and then I'm imagining sort of an R2D2 on Dagobah kind of periscope that comes up, looks around, and just sort of swim my way toward the appropriate location.
It sounds good. Sounds good.
Please
And
please
Planck-
tell me you hum a little ditty while you do this.
Absolutely.
You know what's great is I have to imagine that your EBA field, your environmental protection has got to be kind of like a little bit of an energy field, so it also keeps your clothes from getting dirty because your armor is effectively closed without it being charged. So
Nice.
on the other hand, Plank, you got mud up to your knees, and you found a piece of chitin. What are you gonna do?
I am going to. Let's see. I'm wearing my armor. I'm going to. I forget. Did you say that the interior is kind of like an insect hive?
Yes. So it's
Okay.
kind of the resinous resin kind of walls and stuff. Think a little bit like Alien, in terms of like the general structure of the walls and the material, but there's also like thick mud that's just kind of filled the bottom and so forth.
I'm certain it's not mud.
E. coli. So what I think I'm gonna do is
Buying lettuce?
is the resin like pliable? I can't remember. Does it have some give to it?
It's got a little bit of give to it, but it's mostly pretty solid.
Okay, so what I would like to do is find a piece of resin that I can kind of wedge, like, so if the chitin has a bit of a, like, it's concave, wedge a piece of resin in there so I've got a handle so I can kind of give myself some cover.
Okay.
And run away like a frightened child while I've got this piece of this impromptu shield covering me.
All right. So you hear Ellis go bloop, and you see like the little ripples kind of almost in the mud, followed by by Kriptk, and Ripper's over there just fighting these things as you're running for the exit, and Ripper's kind of covering you as you're going back. And as you get close to your exit, you see that there is yet another Zytix warrior. This one has a human hand, and it's waving at you, and then it's like beckoning you. It's got a spear in its hand, and it's not aimed at you, and it's like...
For clarification, it is not a severed human hand. This creature has a hand that looks human. It had one of its normal insectoid arms. It has been replaced with a human arm, similar to how the guy had insect legs in the town that you came from. Oh, that's right. Oh, Jesus wept. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yes. Hey, I have a question. Is this arm a little bit shorter than the rest of them, so it looks kind of funny? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Is it like a toddler arm? Please tell me it's a toddler arm.
Does it have a T-Rex?
It kind of looks like a toddler arm because
compared to its body,
are like 8 feet tall, so it's a normal human arm on like it's something that's 8 foot tall. So not quite a toddler, but perhaps a sturdy looking middle schooler.
Oh, so almost T-Rex, more like Velociraptor. Gotcha.
Yeah. More of an Allosaurus arm. Anyway, are you following this bug?
Sure.
All right. So you travel.
It's not actively trying to kill us, so I mean,
not.
Come on.
It's not. And in fact, you follow it for a way, and for a distance, you're not sure quite how long, and you get it's dark in here. Some of you have night vision and so forth. You can see in the dark. And there are other Zytix warriors that are in here, and they appear to be now kind of covering your escape. And the one with the human arm is leading you further in, and it eventually leads you to this like another chamber, branching tunnels, but in the center there's a hole. A pretty good size hole. Definitely easy to fit a person down, or and it's not like a just a hole and an opening. It's more like a tunnel going down. They are insects after all, so they can climb walls, floors, ceilings. So
I heard the screeching sound in the background.
So it has to be asked, but how deep is the hole?
You're not sure unless you go down.
So Kriptk, knowing these things are right behind us, kind of does a baseball slide and just slides on his butt right down the hole.
Okay, so you just woo. All right, so you drop on down.
Yeah, I'll turn my shield into a sled and hop on it.
I told you.
There's a bomb underneath it first.
Well, it's because you put the idea in my head. And now I have to. I don't make the rules.
I'm innocent. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're innocent.
All right. Ellis, Ripper, are you going down the hole?
Sure. Might as well.
Okay.
I think just going back a bit, I think while Ripper was ripping and tearing, Alice was trying to assist by just popping up and just making the Zytix stumble into his bayonet.
Sure.
So,
Sure. He's popping up. Does he say bazinga or anything? Or no?
I
Okay.
don't think so. I don't think he knows that word.
One hopes not. All right. Okay.
He
So
probably just pops up and says hi.
that works.
Appreciated.
So you continue. You go down. You drop down this tunnel. You go sliding down it, and you're now in a huge chamber. It spills out into this very large chamber. It's like twice the size of the last one you're in. Its walls are probably almost to the limit of like what those of you with like advanced sensors can pick up. It's pretty big. You're pretty sure you're well below ground level at this point as well. And,
Sub basement too.
Yep. And but like Ellis, you most of you that have any kind of bonus to notice, you're going to notice like with ease. The others can roll if you want. And basically, you're going to notice that the walls are kind of covered in a fungus that you've never really quite seen before. Doesn't really appear quite terrestrial. It's the wrong coloring, but it's also fungus that's growing in a cave. And then there's also like these large pools of like bubbling sludge-like viscousy fluid of some kind. Kriptk, you can just kind of automatically sense like large sources of PPE, correct?
I can. So is this like a nexus or?
You're not. Nope, you're not in a nexus, but the pools themselves seem to be concentrations of PPE.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So then, and now that you're here and you've kind of adjusted, you notice there is a green pulsing glow, not too far off. And as you kind of look and you're taking in all of your surroundings, probably 10 yards away, maybe a little further, there is a massive Zytixix that is easily 15 feet tall, or 5 meters or so, what have you. Just like a crest of chitin and arms and everything. You can see like its underbody, like its entrails and stuff, are what's creating this glow. It's pulsing with its like heartbeat. But everyone give me a notice roll. All right, look at that. Everybody gets successes. All right. You notice that under the crest there is so there's several insectoid type eyes, and on the other side is a blue human eye.
Is it really big or really small?
It looks small because it's kind of human sized.
Just
That's
the
kinda
one?
Really weird.
Just the one. And she looks at you. And she opens her mandible jawed mouth and in raspy American, I am no longer Zytixix. I am new. I am other. Those of you, everyone can give me a common knowledge roll, we'll say.
Yep.
Ellis, is that a crit fail?
Yep. That's a double crit fail. But I'm gonna go okay with that because Alice is new to this world, so common knowledge is not common for him.
You're like, I don't know what this is. I have no clue. Is this normal? I don't know. Those of you that got like a success, you know that this is like from stories that you've heard. This is a Zytixix queen. Maybe you're not sure if it's a full-grown one or maybe a young one. You don't know a lot, but you know that the really big ones are supposedly the queens. there's almost no record of anyone having seen one and lived. So information
So
on
we
them
got that
is very-
going for us. Cool.
Yeah,
That's encouraging.
it's-
Yeah.
We've got the translator.
Yeah. Those of you that got success with the raise, you know that, Zytiks don't talk. They don't speak. Not in anything that anyone has ever understood as a, normal audible tone language. You would also guess that this is a younger queen. She's not quite reached her full size. You also take in that there are probably about a dozen warriors Zytiks, all of them with various kind of mutations, human-like features, patches where chitin is missing and there's skin instead of that, things like that. So there's some. They all look kind of different here.
It's pleased to make your acquaintance. Your hive doesn't seem to like us very much.
Yes, this hive is new. I don't remember how we came to be. I only know that I hatched here, and we set to work. I do not know what happened. I believe there is another intelligence. I can feel it at the nexus. And something about it, from where it comes from, has changed some of us. When the others knew we were different, they set upon us and tried to kill all of us. This is mostly all that remains. I wish to protect my children and to get out of here. The others must be stopped.
Thank you for providing us refuge for a short time here. We were in serious trouble. We would like to get out of here as well. Perhaps we could help each other.
We might be able to help you. She points around the chamber, and you see spots where the resin and concrete have been kind of dug up and torn away, exposing wiring and explosives, like C4 charges and things like that. This hive is not a Zytik's creation. I do not know why it was made here, but there was a device that signals at long distances that we disconnected at the top. We disabled it before whoever built this could blow it up, but now it may be our means to stop the other queen. We are trying to make a tunnel to get out of here, but we are waiting for the next batch of young to hatch to see if we can rescue any more of those who are different. Would you be willing to help us when the time comes?
Hell yeah! Woo! This is messed up. I'm in. So
You had me at explosives.
So looking at this setup, this place looked like it was rigged to blow to kill whoever was in this chamber. Yeah?
To give me a science roll, or anyone can do this. It's kind of investigating it. A science roll, or any kind of skill that you think would be knowledgeable about explosives or demolition.
Yeah, that's a skill I need to learn. Okay, yeah, science. Oops.
That's a success. All right, so looking around, you're like, well, okay, there'd be enough explosives in here to bring this all down. If they're saying that this might be wired throughout, it was designed to wipe out this whole thing like it never existed.
Sure, so it's probably like a Black Ops experimentation site.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Since
Go ahead.
it's been a while, I'm just going to remind you, the Coalition intelligence officer that you met in Valiant was looking for a Dr. Bradford because they suspected him of having experiments going on, possibly with Zytix-6. So they
Yeah.
were investigating.
Okay.
It's been a hot minute since we had that.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to like gather the charges and structure them in a way that nobody's going to get killed inside of here, but can blow a hole into the wall next door. Is that what
No,
is being talked about here? Or
we are digging a hole of our own to get out.
yes,
We just simply
Okay.
we have disconnected these items. They need to be reconnected, and then some way will need to be used to
oh,
detonate.
that's fine. I got this. So I'll start setting something up.
Will the ones the Zik-Tik-Ix that are not different, will they be coming down here, or do they stay out of this area?
For now, they stay out of the area. But soon they will not. Once the new younglings hatch. We don't know how much time we have, but we need time to finish our tunnel.
Okay, so we need to kind of basically set up booby traps or barricades to slow them down.
We are safe for the time being. My warriors hold the entrances to this region. For now.
So
Yes?
I can set up a damage field to slow them down when the time comes. I could also help speed up your excavation with a little arcane assistance, if that would be helpful.
Perhaps.
What else do we have here?
I want to say something, but I don't know how to say it, or how Alice would say it. Because what's going through Alice's mind at the moment, even though he doesn't have common knowledge, he wants to let the Queen know the thing that they probably unplugged was a radio receiver, and if they turn that back on, they could get some help, some outside help.
You could suggest that, sure.
That's a good idea.
Would they help us?
Alice will say, I don't see why not. I mean, there was a group of creatures like yourself not far from here that would be more than willing to help and the reason why we came here in the first place was to establish communication with you. Well, you or the less modified versions of you, which is why we've got this translator here. Maybe you can help us refine it even further.
We would be agreeable to helping. But first we must get out of here, and we must stop the other queen. And she kind of groans and, moves some arms towards her head. The intelligence at the Nexus is getting stronger.
I want to give something a try.
Okay. By the way, the Nexus... Oh, sorry, real quick. The Nexus she's referring to is where you sent the Coalition troops to. That's a few miles away.
These pools of PPE.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just dip my hand in one of them and see if I can maybe siphon off some of that PPE. Kind of recharge since I'm not at full strength right now.
Yeah, give me an occult roll.
Okay.
So Alice would ask where they unplugged the old wires, and ask if himself and Planck can go and fix that up for them.
It is up in the chambers we do not control, at the top of the tower.
Okay, let's do this. What could possibly go wrong?
So I don't have a cult, but I would like to do this. And use my jack of all trades to gain the occult skill for the time being.
Sure. Otherwise, or what's the one that you can use for your spellcasting? That's a skill that I meant.
Oh, sure.
Is it just spellcasting?
Let me just cast one. So there we go. Arcane.
Okay.
Well, it's just spellcasting, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You get we'll say how many points are you down?
I am at 15 of 25 right now.
All right. I'll give that a success with the raise. So we'll give you 10 back.
Cool. So I dip my hand in there and just kind of feel like I'm a drug addict. All of a sudden, just have that heady rush. Everything sort of becomes fuzzy. I can see sounds, or all of a sudden, and I'm like, "Whoa, wow, that's something."
Stop licking the walls. It's the wrong kind of fungus.
I will point out that once they know where you're going, if they figure out what you're trying to do, they can disable it themselves as well. They will send everything they have at you.
Okay, couple of questions.
Sure.
The bubbling, is that the PPE or the magic? Yeah, what's bubbling out of the sludge, is that like organic, like methane, like decomposing organic material?
Yeah, kinda. Give me a science roll.
I thought the way you described it was almost like her milk or something that she was secreting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. From the dossier that you got on the Zytik-6, that they, what's been observed is they would capture magical beings, spellcasters, creatures of magic, things like that, and then they put them through like a digestive process, which changes them into the sludge. It kind of liquefies the body down, but retains the PPE. And it's believed that they feed it to their young, and it causes increased growth. Speeds up their maturation process.
Soylent Green is people. I wish I had put my hand in it now.
Well, just
I'm glad that it found out after the fact.
Wash
and it is
thoroughly,
literally called
be fine.
sludge with a capital S.
Soylent Green, his people.
So, I've been joking this entire time, but does that mean I was right? Like, the mud that we've been walking through is technically feces?
Probably to some degree. It's also probably some degree mud. It's a mixture of things.
It's meat, feces, and mud.
And resin that didn't solidify, and natural juices.
Dude.
Why'd you have to use
Drool and things. Yeah, juices.
So, I guess my question is, if there's a little bit of methane,
mm-hmm.
I mean, that, there's a potential for creating fire traps, essentially, is what I'm thinking
mm-hmm.
of, for us to booby trap areas to slow them down.
Okay. She will tell you that the sludge regions are usually localized to just the queen chambers. They're not throughout the entire place, because it is most of the adults will feed on the fungus growth, and then the children are fed the sludge, and the sludge is what would have the possibly combustible attributes.
In other words, you can't go around collecting farts just yet.
No, I'm just kind of thinking, if we can make like sludge grenades, or something
Very Death Stranding.
Ooh, sludge grenades. You'd probably need a magic user to set that off in some way.
Yeah.
Everyone give me just an intelligence check, just in case no one's thought of it. Just roll your intelligence die and a wild die.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's enough. You do know that, you know, there is the ISS guy. He had himself a pack of dog boys, a Psy Stalker, and they probably were riding around in an APC. That would be a lot of firepower to bring to the party.
Also, I don't think my character sheet was updated now that I look at it, because I think my last upgrade, I upped my my strength. So would I be able to carry Planck up?
What is your strength?
Well, as I said, I've currently a D4 on the sheet, but I upgraded it last session, so it should be a D6, I think, right?
A D6? Yeah, you could probably do it. It'd really be more of a athletics roll anyway.
Yeah. Do I have athletics? I do have athletics, so I'll give it an athletics roll and go see if I can.
Now,
Just.
there's not like a straight shot up to it.
No.
You're gonna have to like exit out and then probably go up on the outside somehow.
Yeah.
Um,
Basically, Alice probably wraps his arms around Planck's shoulders, so he acts as kind of like a jetpack for Planck.
actually, could I use some of the resin to not make like climber tools, so I could, you know, like the metal claws that climbers use to kind of assist like climbing up, and then like the spikes on the front of the shoes?
Sure. You can
Okay.
do that. That'd be repair.
Okay.
So I'd like to see if I can use like a bolt or blast of the my arcane power to try to help chisel away some of this tunnel for them.
Okay, sure.
Let's see. Weapons.
I'm thinking this is probably going to be a bolt just to try to focus the energy.
Sure.
And I'll do it with a mega power,
Okay.
46 mega damage, 5d6 with a raise here.
All right. Sounds good. Well, it goes off. So that's good.
So 46 mega damage, I guess. Huh?
Yep.
Now, were they using any tools to?
No. The Zytics are capable of burrowing just on their own.
Oh, okay.
They're quite accomplished at it.
So I have
All
them
right.
all stand. I have it all stand back. I direct the blast, 13 mega damage into the tunnel they're
Okay.
digging.
It, you know, clears some debris out of the way. But they're digging kind of a longer tunnel so they can come out a little bit further away. There's enough explosive in here. You're gonna want to get some distance between you and it. And this is high grade stuff. It is. You definitely probably don't want to get caught in the blast. It's not necessarily instant death, but it's not going to be a fun experience.
No, Kriptk's arms are just going to fall off again as soon as he gets close to it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Just
For the
typically done.
explosives, I do want to re-rig them, but change whatever the trigger is to like a frequency on a device that I have,
So
they can't over.
So how this will work? All right. If you're, are you going up to do this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then what are the rest of you doing while they're going to go do that? Are you going to, some of you going to go up there and help provide cover? What's the plan? What are people going to do for this? This is going to be a multi-person dramatic task. So you're going to kind of describe what you're doing, and we're going to see how things spiral out from there. You will need to get a total number of 12 successes using repair or hacking for this.
I'll provide cover with deflection in case somebody starts shooting at them. Try to deflect any incoming projectiles.
Okay.
I'll be trying to help Planck with the hacking. See if I can figure out how to, well, see how Alice can figure out how to do what Planck wants to do, as make them remote explosives rather than timed explosives.
Now, do we all go up, or
You can.
okay?
Because part of this too is assisting slowing down the approach of the rival hive. Are they going to be coming this way, the way that we're going?
You're
or are
not
they
sure.
coming?
Well, keep in mind, Zytixics can fly.
Yes.
So the minute they kind of know that you're up there,
They're coming for you.
they're gonna be kind of on you. Judging from, and they're gonna react like probably any kind of insect colony. They'll send out some scouts first, and then probably send out more.
And then more, and then more, and then more.
Mm-hmm.
Still this overwhelming force. As I said, probably Alice would probably be trying to get the radio repeater up and running again, so that they can get into contact with some place close, so they can get some reinforcements in.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to decide on what group I should go with, and it seems like some long range on the outside where Ellis and Planck are. Because once they start coming, they're not going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, and taking them out at range seems like a good idea.
Find somewhere to bottleneck them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading up. All right.
I think I'll go with them.
Though Alice probably wouldn't think of that. So maybe Ripper thinks of trying to find places where they can bottleneck them, so they reduce their exposure to them. What'd you say?
What's that?
I was just gonna say, Alice probably wouldn't think about bottlenecking the Zytics, but Ripper may. So there's just a suggestion if you want to take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what Ripper will do. Ripper will go with the group heading up to the communications part.
Okay. All right. So, and then Kriptk, what are you doing? You're going along too, or?
Yeah, I was going to provide cover with the deflection thing and all
Okay.
that. Yeah, keep.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so here we go. So you get on up. So, who is all working on re-enabling these explosives?
Ellis and I believe.
Okay. All right, and then Ripper, you're going to provide covering fire as enemies emerge and so forth, and kind of the same thing with Kriptk.
Yep.
I'm more
All right.
defensive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ripper's being offensive, Kriptik's being defensive, essentially.
Sure. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to deal out some cards and for initiative. And here's the kicker. If you get a club for your suit on your initiative card, the one thing you're not going to want to have happen is to fail on that roll. Specifically for Dr. Ellis and for Planck, because if you fail, the bombs will go off prematurely.
Ooh. Okay, then.
Like now. And like I said, you need to accumulate 12 successes using repair or hacking. And then, yeah, we'll see how many Zytixics come out over time. All right. And actually, well, we're going to dish out some initiative here. Does anybody get special, like, extra initiative cards or anything?
Don't think so, no.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
I think
Didn't think
Kriptk
so.
does.
I think, Red, don't you have one where, like, it's better if you go below a 5?
I don't think so, no.
Like your
I'll-
calculating thing?
I'll post out the calculating. Just see what it says. There's it. Yeah, it doesn't say anything with that one.
Okay.
I don't see one for myself. But...
Just give me a sec. I'll check up the PCB.
Are they part of the... That's interesting. I think my Roll20 crashed. Nope. Oh, okay. It's just because of that. Okay. So we'll do this.
Let's see.
Okay. And I need to grab a token for this real quick. All right. So now...
Yeah, okay. I've just looked it up on my character sheet. Calculating is if of 5 or less, I get 2 points. Ignore 2 points of penalties.
Okay.
So yes, it is better.
Okay. Okay. So it does. Okay. Got it.
So yeah, it is better if I get below a 5.
And there we go. And then... All right, here we go. Look at that.
Oh shit.
All in order.
Oh
Right, so
shit.
first
We
up-
both get clubs. The 2 people doing the hacking both get clubs. Oh no.
Oh, fuck me.
All right. So, Planck, you are first. There.
All right.
So you want to order them?
Yeah. So, all right. So Planck. So with an 18, a 4 gets you a success. Every 4 after that gets you a raise, which counts as another success. So that's what 4 successes altogether there.
Yes.
All right. So that is 4. Well done.
Cool.
Next up is Kriptk.
Okay, is there anyone attacking at this moment? If not, I'll go ahead and delay and kind of watch and see what happens.
All right. As you are moving into it, there are 6 Zytixics warriors up at the top. So you do have targets you can attack.
Okay. And they're definitely aware of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure. I don't
Why
think
not?
Kriptk's next.
I think so. I'm in the turn order next.
Yeah.
No, but he's got
I
a
see
5
it
of hearts.
did not.
Yeah, it did not resort it. Ripper's up
okay.
next.
There it is.
Because Ripper got a jack.
Right. Okay.
I think.
Oh, yeah. Nope. So it would have been Planck, and then to be the Zytixix warriors, of which there are 6.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, 7 of
Oh,
diamonds, it beats a jack.
Yeah. That
What?
is weird. All right.
Yeah.
Go this way? No. Nope.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't want to sort it properly.
Why
No,
does
it
it
does
hate
not.
America?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. By card suit. There we go.
There
There
we
we go. I was clicking on the wrong thing. Okay.
There we go.
Been a minute. All right. So Kriptk or Planck went. Now it is Ripper's turn.
Yeah.
Thank you, Red. Red, have an extra Benny.
Gonna need it.
Hooray. Yep, probably. I target rich environment. I'm gonna start shooting.
Okay. Yeah.
And Jesus.
All right. That is a miss. Would you like to spend a Benny to re-roll your attack?
No, I have a feeling I'm gonna need the 2 that I got left.
Sure. Okay.
No
All right.
shame in it.
All right. Then we move on to Dr. Ellis.
Yes. Okay, hacking check.
All right. All right. Well, that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
You're halfway
Luckily,
there.
I've got the +4.
All right.
So that's
So-
6, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's just 1.
4 and 2.
Yep. All right. So now it is the Zeitetik's turn. So they are going to open fire on you. And now that I remember that their weaponry does mega damage, this will be fun. Yeah. So
Define fun.
well, fun for me. All right.
There it is.
There it is. All right. So they will open fire with their TK rifles. Each of you is going to get shot at. I'm just going to follow an order along here at the bottom. So Kriptk, you're up first. Any special defenses I should be aware of?
Look at the armor. I thought the armor had something, but it's looking like it's just armor 5. I thought they had some kind of damage reduction or armor.
It's got toughness that should all be factored in. I just was asking if was your deflection field affecting you at all, or just Planck and Dr. Ellis?
I haven't cast it yet, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. So they do get a hit, or they hit you. Let's see about damage. But they only get one. It would be basically, or actually no. You said your armor is 5.
Yes.
Okay, so your armor, and what's your overall toughness?
Sorry. Toughness is 12.
Toughness is 12. Yeah, you're fine. You shrug off the hit with no problem. Next up is no. Did that? Okay, shooting. All right. So next up is going to be Dr. Ellis. You get hit as well. And let's roll that damage. That is going to be that is going to be 3 total points. Well, it's I'm sorry. Hang on, Dr. Ellis. What is your what's your armor and what's your toughness?
Armor is 6. Toughness is 9.
Okay. So let's see.
But it's not mega damage armor. So
Yep.
it's just
I
natural.
just need to look back because that still didn't save. All right. So you said your armor is 6?
Yes. I've got
Okay.
the armored cloak and my natural
so
armor.
You'll get your full amount off of that, so that brings that back down to a 4. So you might be shaken. We'll see. Here, let's see. This is there's the AP. All right. So yeah, so just like one basically point of damage. You need to give me a vigor roll, I believe.
Roll, okay. Ooh,
Right,
luckily
you're
for the
good.
wild die.
You aren't gonna take a wound on that, so that's good. I do believe you will be shaken though. Let me just double check. All right. All right. right. So yeah, you are shaken.
Okay.
Yep.
I just get the +2 from to recover because construct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And then on your next action as like a free thing, you can try to unshake by doing a.
So would
Spirit
that
roll.
be that be a free action or it's
It's a
would that
free
take up-
action on your turn.
okay.
But if you're shaken, while you're shaken, you cannot take any. You can take free actions, but not like a standard action. So you wouldn't be able to contribute to doing the
The hacking. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Planck. Let me shoot you.
Just stay really still.
Cool. Yeah.
That is going to be a miss because they're not firing en masse, they are not getting the group number. So Planck, you get missed. And then Ripper. Ripper, that is 2, so that's success with a raise, so they get to add the bonus damage. Oh my. So owie.
I do have 17 toughness and 7 armor.
Okay,
That's
so
not...
you will get your full toughness off of this. That's total 34. Math hard. Because I wasn't expecting you to go for this fight just yet, so I didn't have this quite prepared, but that's okay.
Surprise!
Not half.
Yeah, and then let's see. All right, so that is 4 possible wounds. Now, let's see. You can spend a Benny to soak if you'd like, which lets you roll your vigor die, and every success will negate a wound. Would you like to do that?
I think I'll do that.
Okay. And...
There we go. And there's vigor. It's a good thing that's at a D8.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are you
okay.
serious?
That. Oh yeah. Well, you do get your wild die with that vigor roll as well. So that would be the crit check. So that is going to give you. That's going to give you 2 successes. So that will negate 2 points of that damage. You will take. You're going to be shaken and then stirred. So you will take 1 wound.
I'll be shaken. I get to ignore because I have
1 wound
steel.
penalty though.
Yep. However, you will still take a technical difficulty because
malfunctions.
Yep. Basically, and what that'll be in this particular case is you're gonna kind of reduce your toughness by 1. Just try to keep it in mind rather than adjust stats or anything. It's repairable. It's just you got hit in combat real hard, and it's kind of caused an issue with your housing, so to speak. All right. So that's them. And then that brings us to Kriptk.
Okay.
And did I click the thing for shaken?
On your turn, you can click the thing for shaken.
Oh, okay.
Yep. There's a little button for it.
There's an unshake button, yeah.
Yep. All right. So then Kriptk, it is your turn.
All right. I will. And this is going to be investing PP or PowerPoints here, but we're going to do a deflection with 3 additional recipients and greater deflection, which causes the attacker to subtract 4 from their attack rolls.
Nice.
So we'll do all this here. No raises, so it's just going to be I'll take all these PowerPoints or invest all these PowerPoints, but basically it'll affect all 4 of us. and it will be a -4 to the
To all their attack rolls?
attack rolls.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let me just adjust something. Just turning on the prompt for miscellaneous modifiers so that when you do your shooting, I can add that penalty in. Awesome. All right. Cool. So that's the end of turn 1. We're gonna deal out new cards. And the all right.
So when I cast this, basically all 4 of us start glowing with like a bluish energy, just a few inches away from our respective bodies, and I yell something along the lines of "Work faster."
Fair. All right. Dr. Ellis, you are up.
Yes, I
you
am.
are currently shaken.
Okay, so roll to unshake. So if I click that button, will that work?
And you succeed. You can now act.
Okay, so I'm gonna try the hack again.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
so
another 2 successes.
that's 1 in a raise, I think.
Yep. So that'll be 2 more successes. You are at a total of 8 right now. All right. Kriptk.
Oh, it's already around to me.
Yep.
Since it's invested PowerPoints, I don't have to redo this every round, right? That's going to operate
Right.
now until.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What are there? I assume there's some bad guys that are relatively close at this point.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my what you call rifle, the Wilkes pistol,
Okay.
and take a shot.
Do it.
Okay, let me see. You know what? I'm gonna use my Starfire pistol. It's got better armor piercing, so I'm gonna do that one instead. Here it goes. Yeah, I'll take that.
Did you roll to attack with it? First, you got to roll shoot.
I thought that's what I did.
Nope.
Guess not.
You rolled the damage on it.
Oh, for some reason, some of my buttons say attack and damage. The Starfire pistol just says damage.
Okay.
All right.
Just click your shooting skill.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a success. If we keep the damage, that's fine.
Sure.
If we can reroll
So that would
again.
be, yep. And let's see their toughness. What's the armor piercing on yours?
4.
4. So yep, that is enough to shake one of them.
Okay.
But it has not disabled one. All right, and then right, and then Ripper.
Gonna unshake.
All right.
Nope.
Oh.
No, I
you
guess
did
that's not gonna happen. Okay.
All right.
Great.
Moving on. All right. Planck.
All right, here we go.
Wow.
God damn.
Wow. That is. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. This device is this thing is all set to blow. And let's see. Let's see here. Okay, so now all you need to do is get out of here. And for that, let's see. Why don't you all?
Every but for themselves.
Well, we'll do this kind of a quick encounter kind of thing. Tell me how you want to get out of here. What's going to be your mode of egress? I'm, by the way, assuming that you've waited long enough for the mutant Zytixix to have kind of more or less finished their tunnel before doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Okay.
I want Kriptk just kind of, assuming I have the shield still over deflection and I've got my armor, I'm just going to try to drop down and do like a superhero landing at the bottom and then run off toward the tunnel.
All right. So you drop down off the side of the tower. You just All right.
Yep, I'll do a Black Widow landing and then walk off.
But do you have the form for it? All right. So that's Kriptk.
Can you do the hair flip?
Right.
That's the truth. Let's see. Ellis, are you just flying out of there?
Alice will be just flying out there, but he may be able to take somebody with him if they want. So if it's either Planck or even Ripper, he may be able to carry out. Possibly not Ripper, because it's probably a little bit more heavier than Planck is.
Yeah, I'm 190 pounds.
Probably more like 195 now. You got extra gear in your head.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
yeah, can I climb out with my gear, or
yeah,
that's probably not going to be fast enough, is it?
No, probably not. Not if you want to get out of here without being attacked.
All right. Well, I'll take the Ellis Express elevator then.
All right. Okay, and then Ripper.
You getting out?
Now, are we inside or outside?
You're outside.
And if Ripper's still shaken, so you can't move.
Ripper. Well, free action can be moving, so.
Okay.
Ripper can still move.
Okay.
So do the same thing as Kriptk, but instead of landing peacefully, it's just a big crater right next to him.
What I was thinking of is if the outside has that same, like, really weird skin that the inside has, would it be possible to take? I'm trying to think of which would be stronger, the vibro knife or the vibro bayonet or the survival knife. But to take it, just stab it into the side, then ride it all the way down.
The vibro knife would probably be the better bet.
Yes. Because the bayonet, you'd probably be like two-handed.
Well, do you have a vibro knife or just a survival knife?
I have a survival knife and a vibro bayonet.
Okay, so the vibro bayonet would be your better choice. But it's not necessarily like a super sharp thing, so it's not great. But the material of the hive itself is very sturdy. It's kind of a mega damage structure of its own. So like your survival knife wouldn't even like really do much more than chip it.
Okay. It's just the idea is to safely ride down the tower.
Sure.
But
Give
quickly,
me
not fast enough to like splatter.
So basically, all I really need is athletics rolls from all of you.
Oh, okay.
And Planck, yours is mostly just to hold on. You can spend a Benny to re-roll that. Ellis is kind of doing it. Gordo does it with style. Planck, would you like to spend a Benny to not lose your grip on Ellis? He's all slimy and covered in mud. Also, his little jet engines are making weird slurpy noises.
Dude, I have a D4, so I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Well, as I said before, Alice is probably going to be like a jetpack, so he's going to like do the what do you call it?
Oh yeah, but
wrap around his
you're all
arms.
slimy. Everything is slimy. There's a 4.
Whew.
Okay.
Get in my teeth.
With that, you managed to get away. Big heroic explosion behind you as the charges detonate and the entire structure explodes and collapses in. Even the ground around it, like comes up because you had passed like those little posts and stuff that you had originally found the recording equipment in. Like the whole area it's dust and dirt and
and who's going through in the head? Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. Who guys, don't look, explosions.
Indeed. And yes, you have gotten out of here. Let's see here.
These aren't explosions, they're Bay-splosions.
Explosion!
Michael Bay style.
Alright, so.
And I think it's probably Planck's first time on seeing how fast Alice actually can fly, even though he's weighed down a bit. Planck probably has a few bugs in his face as Alice is flying.
As a matter of fact, Ripper and Kriptk, you get an assist from some of the mutant Zytexix. They come and like scoop you up to fly you because they can fly a little bit faster than you can run.
Yes.
And yes, everyone is able to get away safely. Congratulations, you've defeated the Hive. Now there's just a little matter of this Nexus Point intelligence thing that everyone keeps mentioning.
Yep. So we're back to our Mountaineer?
Yes, we can fast forward to being back at the Mountaineer. Now, is there anything you want to do while you're here at the Mountaineer?
Regain bennies.
Well, we could do that with a little bit of an interlude. Do we want to do an interlude?
Why not? See what's happening.
Tell some stories.
Yep. Just may have to remember what each of the.
Yep, I'll go over it. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You just pull that up.
Yeah. So, Brad, just so you know, the speed Alice can go now is basically 300 miles per hour.
Jesus.
Nice.
And that's his flying speed, but because you also unlock the aquatic feature, he can do that underwater as well.
Nice.
Nice. Go me.
Yep. So Planck gets the first indication of that, so it's probably going like 150 miles per hour as they get back to the...
Another satisfied customer.
All right. So, just because it's been a bit, this is kind of close to the time that we take a little break, isn't it? Do we want to do the break now, or wait just a little bit more? I'm fine either way.
Why don't we take the break now, so that gives you a chance to kind of gather your stuff? Because based on what you said, we've really moved faster than you expected. So
in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Like you skipped to a part that maybe would have, could have waited till the end, but you got it done. It's all good. There's still more to what's going on here, so this is actually kind of a side thing. So yeah, all good. If it's okay with our producer, we'll take a little 5-7 minute break, something like that. Get some water, use the restroom. Folks at home can do the same.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Is that 7 minutes?
Yeah, let's just make sure he's all good to go there. Okay, it's got a lot done real quick. And there's a doggo.
Mm-hmm.
Just watched the doggo for a while.
Yeah, he's a pretty good boy.
Did Red just go off on a break anyway?
He heard break, he split.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I've got the stuff up here for interludes.
This will be a trek, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, it can be a trek, or yeah, you guys can kind of. Oh, come on, Deck. All right, there we go. It's always fun dealing with the deck because, like, if I move my mouse the wrong way, it disappears the little list that lets me click like deal, shuffle, things like no. Stop. No, please come back. All right. So yeah. All right, we'll just keep going. We'll take a break here whenever. All right. So everyone can flip their card, and then just let me know when you got something you want to do.
I got diamonds.
Okay. So diamonds, you could, if we're doing there's downtime stuff that you could do, which would be studies or works on an object of some sort, backstory, something you might want or that you already have, or a trek, how the group found something that helped them along the way, oasis, minor treasure, ammo, etc. There is stuff that you have collected that you have not had a chance to research.
Yes, so I think Alice will probably take do the research on
The downtime.
Yeah, using his
Okay.
bioanalysis kit to experiment on the concoctions he got from the hybrids.
Okay. All right, we'll come back to that. Jane, what did you get?
I got that.
You got the same one? Diamonds?
Yep, diamonds.
Okay. So again, you can study or work on an object of some sort. You could tell a story about your background, or you could talk about a trek that your character has experienced.
I mean, technically, when it comes to this character, all of their treks are also background stories, because they've only done like work, basically.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I guess what they'll do is they'll talk about one of the cities that they were working in.
Okay. We'll come back around for that story. It gives you some time to think about it. Kriptk, what'd you get?
My card disappeared for some reason. I pull out the table and it seemed to go away. I thought it was hearts. 6 of hearts.
Okay. Well, we'll give you hearts. That's fine.
Sure.
I'm not too picky. So your options are you can practice a skill, tell a story of your greatest love, lost, found, present, or waiting for you back home, or a story about how you endured a trying hardship on your journey.
Okay. Kriptk's greatest love is himself, so that would be very interesting. So we will we will instead practice a skill. And I think the skill he will practice, he's going to be trying to work on buttering people up and work on this persuasion because he's not very good in that department. So
okay.
Lots of cringy.
I'm looking forward to hearing how this is going to play out.
Fumbly attempts to influence people along the way.
I like it. All right, and then Mr. Brad, Planck.
Yes, sir. Got the Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades.
All right, so you got spades, so you can spend some downtime and quiet contemplation alone. You could talk about a great victory or personal triumph, or you could describe a difficult obstacle you had to negotiate along the way.
I'm thinking after experiencing the hybrids and the partial fail of the communication device, I think I would actually spend some time in some solitude and reflection and try to rethink my approach to the device.
Sure. All right. So I haven't heard from Matt yet, so I think we're still on. So I guess we'll have Dr. Ellis roll me a science roll.
Science roll, okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well, that's just.
Okay. you're still not sure what this stuff is that you're messing with. Like, you're good at like healing and things like that. Biochemistry and some of this stuff is a little bit more than like what you were programmed for,
Yeah.
so to speak.
This is more
Okay.
biochemist stuff. He's more of the
Yeah.
healing solutions. This is not a healing
Right.
solution, in other words.
No. This is research versus treatment.
Yeah.
All right.
Did somebody say research?
I suppose research would have also been, I think, maybe another viable option if that would have been better for you.
Slightly better.
All right, go ahead.
Slightly better.
Okay. You know that. So what you do notice is that there appears to be some sort of foreign, like, almost contaminant. You've never seen anything like it before. There's nothing in your databases that seems to correlate to it, but it's in the samples that you took from the townsfolk. It's in samples that you probably got from like the mutated Zytics, and you're kind of like, there happen to be some leaves or something that kind of brushed into the mountaineer, and you picked one up and you just on a whim you just kind of examine that one, and they're almost spore-like is what it is. It's almost like these, microscopic spores that are just kind of all over everything. And now that you kind of know what to look for, you can kind of make out that they're pretty much in like the air in this area. They're in the mountaineer, they're outside, they're kind of everywhere.
Biological form of nanites?
You're not sure. You're really not sure.
I think that may
chances
be
are-
Alice's conclusion, though.
Chances are that you all have, those of you who are organic and have been traveling around and so forth, you've probably been exposed.
Yep.
Just because no one knew. All right, we'll finish up with our interludes, and then we'll take our break. All right, so Ripper, got any tales to tell?
Ripper will tell a story about wandering through one of the various cities that they've had to work in.
Yeah.
This particular city is quite large. It is a lot larger than what most people are used to, especially here. And it is lit very differently from how most cities are lit. There's a lot of varying degrees of green, purple, into blue, depending on what district or zone that you're in. Each one of them is roughly the size of a city on and out of itself. They talk about wandering through and seeing various people reacting to them, to their presence. Not sure what to make of them, not sure what to think, not sure how to react. Because they have some idea of what they are, or at least what their purpose could be, but none of them say anything. At that time, they had access to certain things that could help them just disappear. So oftentimes they found it better, instead of walking in the streets, to walk along the various catwalks and things that were available to them above most of the city streets, away from the people.
Okay.
They talk about their observations of how people move throughout the day while waiting. And that it was relaxing.
Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, that is a good question. Is that Ripper has taken some damage? Did Planck want to work on repairing Ripper? Okay. We'll do that when we come to you.
If Ripper is agreeable, then yes.
Yes, please.
All right, we'll get to that on your turn. That can be, if that's part of your contemplation. Kriptk, let's hear about this famous love affair with yourself.
We'll do the chit. We're practicing a skill, so we're gonna do persuasion.
Oh yeah.
And so what Kriptk is doing is he's gonna try to run a con the next time he's around the civilization population center.
Do you want to practice your stuff with your compatriots here?
Well, maybe. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, while he was in the nest, the hive, he collected some little pieces of the chitin material or the little artifacts, whatever, and dipped them in the green goo, the PPE goo, to make them mildly, have an aura of magic about them. And he will try to hawk these as rare alien artifacts when he gets back to civilization and see if he can get somebody to buy them. More just for the experiment to see if he can talk somebody into it or not. That's what he's trying to do.
Okay, I like it.
I want to throw another idea at you.
Sure.
Tell them that it helps with ED.
Why not? We'll grind it up. We'll make a powder out of it, and they can take it with a tea or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't sell it to a big giant crab.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. So then that'll take us to. All right, Planck, what you got for me? How about give me a repair roll real quick? You can see about fixing up.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Even with a -1, you're fine. So yeah, Ripper, you're all fixed up and mended. And Planck, how's your meditation going? How's were you just contemplating?
How's the
contemplating and writing notes and ideas of different approaches I can take to the communication device.
Okay. All right. Any can we hear any of the ramblings?
Well, first would be the my Minnesotan idea. Perhaps we need to
the dialect, yeah.
Account for the dialect. 2, because it's a scent-based device, maybe there was interference with the spores that were in the air. Maybe we're causing interference, so I need to take a look at that possibility. Also, they mentioned communication. I wouldn't mind finding a way to communicate with the hybrids and see if we can't... now that they can speak English, perhaps they can we can create a better translation database based on that.
So I have a question for you. So you guys get back to your mountaineer. The hive, the mutants are not sure where to go to start a new hive. Do you want to take them to Valiant and introduce them to the townsfolk? The hybrids are willing to work in cooperation with their fellows, and maybe they can help.
Well, Alice would be going for
absolutely.
that. Yes. Okay. Have them join the community, and then maybe they can build the hive around that community to help protect it, or whatever.
All right.
And having access to their technology and integrating that, we could do all sorts of things. So
technologically advanced synthetics.
Well, that having access to that resin alone could have so many applications.
Yeah. It is true.
It's a natural resin.
So
exactly.
I think that's what we'll move into after our break. But let's take a little 5-7 minute kind of break.
Yep.
5-minute break. All right. So we'll be back in 5, folks. Welcome back. So we're back in Valiant Town, and
Who drove home?
Where do you guys want to go? First thing, where do you folks want to go? First thing when you get back into Valiant Town. Do you roll up in your Mountaineer? You got, and where did you? Are you just gonna bring like the queen and her entourage with you right into town? Do you leave them a ways away?
How about we?
I mean, the queen is too big to fit in the Mountaineer, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
So she's just sitting on top of the Mountaineer, just
yeah.
Like it's.
I mean, your average Zytik warrior is about 8 feet tall. So, Did you
I think that we should get further ahead, talk to the mayor.
Okay.
We'll bring a few scouts.
Do you want to tell the queen what you're doing?
Yes.
Yes, we'll tell the queen that it's probably safer to bring in a few scouts first, just to get their lay of the land and to ease the community into.
So don't freak out, but we made friends.
Yeah.
So you roll into town, and the mayor comes out.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think we need
just
to.
Your Mountaineer rolls into town.
Yes.
Okay,
with no scouts, and we talk to the mayor first. Plant the seed, talk it over, and then have them come in.
Okay, yeah.
Because having 8-foot warriors standing next to you saying, "So these guys want to come? Is that cool?" No. That's not a sell that I think we should try to make like that.
All right, fair. All right.
So you can ask if they do have an ambassador that they can bring in.
Well, I think what we would need to do then is have an envoy of the queen come in and, have them talk with the mayor. So we plant the seed for the idea. They have the envoy for the hybrids come in, and then we have them come in.
I think it would be better. I think it would be better to have the queen and her group find a nice place to hide outside town. We talk to the mayor, and then we bring the mayor and some of her people out to meet the Ziktiks, not bring them into the town where there may be a unfortunate incident.
Okay. So first things first, you roll into town in your Mountaineer, and there's a few people around. You see the guy that Ellis insulted numerous times, and
because Alice is just so persuasive.
You see folks kind of poking their heads out. This is a lot of activity for the town in the last few days, and so yeah, you roll up, and the mayor strolls out of her home, looking a bit, like okay, what are you doing here? How did it go? I mean, she's happy to see you. So
we blew up the hive, so you don't have to deal with Azidics anymore. Here's the thing, though.
So who's talking to the mayor?
At some point, Ellis, I'm going to just install a switch that just turns off your speaker that I can just pat, and
a remote.
You think you're talking, but nothing's going to come out. It'll be a big red button that I can just pat right on his back, I think.
Well, I mean, if you were to just put it on top of his head, it would just look like a big landmine on top.
I mean, his head is the shape of a saucer, so.
Yeah.
That is true. All right. So, the mayor has come up to your vehicle, and she's like, "What happened? We heard a boom. What happened?
Yeah, Kriptk just went to the toilet. That's all.
Why
No.
gotta be like that?
What do you
No.
like that?
We
That was out of character, of course.
Oh, okay.
we
I don't
found.
know. I can see Dr.
Oh, go
Ellis
ahead.
working with humor.
Low persuasion, low charisma. What do you expect?
Go ahead and speak.
So I have these rare alien artifacts I'd like to sell you.
Oh God.
Motherfucker. Come on.
Kriptk, give me a persuade.
Oh my.
All right, here we go.
Be fine. It's fine. Look at that. You got a success. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Do they do anything in particular? Or?
Well, they can help with personal problems. I've heard. At least that's what Ripper said. So we grind them up and put them in a tea. It's helpful for things.
Oh.
Certain things.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe some of the folks around town will be interested in trying that. I will pass word along. So again, what happened? We heard it sounded like an explosion or something. Mr. Planck, you appear to be a bit distraught.
That's putting it mildly. We did go to the location. We discovered what the issue was, and we were able to save a group of beings. And they are...
They had captives?
Yeah. It's hard to explain, but we believe we don't have solid evidence, but we are fairly certain that someone was experimenting on some of the Zitics and actually hybridizing them to give them more human qualities, physical and mental. They are... Go ahead.
Is that related to what's happening to us?
We believe that is possible, and we believe that we have discovered some potential explanations for it, and we need to do more research to see if our line of thought is correct and what we can do to correct this.
Okay. Are you saying that the people that you rescued were being experimented on by the Zitics?
We believe that somebody was experimenting on a group of Zitics to hybridize them.
Oh.
And then
somehow their experiment spread to us?
Yes. There's actually a airborne element that we think.
So where are these people that were these captives that were experimented on or were captured? I just see the four of you.
Yes. Well, we freed them, and they are looking for a place to call home and to contribute to a community and live a peaceful life.
Oh, okay, but again, where are they? I mean, we try to be pretty welcoming here.
Yeah, no, they are outside of town, and we wanted to talk to you first before we just brought strangers into the town. That
I mean, we get strangers coming. You yourselves are strangers just a few hours ago.
We're lowercase strangers.
By the way, she does have she's wearing a top hat, and but underneath it, that she has a bug antenna.
Yeah.
And I believe she also has an eye patch that covers a insectile eye.
Ripper leans forward a little bit and goes, "They are unusual even for us."
As I said,
Okay.
lowercase strange versus
Give me a persuade roll.
Me or Planck?
Both of you.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
The persuasion. Ooh.
Look at that.
Hey,
He's like, okay, I will come meet these strangers of yours that you seem to be a bit iffy about, but okay, perhaps they're reason to be cautious or
Understand.
something.
We're not iffy about them. We firmly believe that their intentions are good, that they are more than willing to contribute to the town and help improve it with their knowledge and skills and abilities.
Just more how
But-
you would react,
Oh,
But-
okay.
or
They
you and the
are-
community would react.
nuances of outward appearances notwithstanding.
I can understand that. We've had difficulties with that in the past, especially with us being, located near a coalition city and stuff. Those kinds of attitudes can run pretty rampant.
And we don't
all
want
right, I
to
will-
unnecessarily create a stir in your community.
How many of them are there?
You mean to count on one hand, and he just holds up his core hands.
yeah,
So it's
You would estimate actual numbers that she had. Let's see. Just doing math real quick in my head.
well, it's more than two.
Yeah. So beyond the queen herself, there was another 24 warriors that she had. So about 25 individuals.
Yeah, around 25 beings.
Okay, that would be a significant increase to the population. There's not a lot of people that live here in town, but should I let anyone know? And I mean, I could get some, someone from like the welcoming committee or something. And
Yeah, if you would like to
Okay.
come with one of your leaders of the welcoming committee, and we can facilitate the meeting with the queen.
the queen,
Well, they are
is she royalty
still
of some kind?
well, they're still Zidix beings, so they think of them as like
Still
insectoid.
what exactly do you mean by still Zidix beings? Are they psychics or are they humans?
Well, what would you
or-
consider yourself?
I would consider myself to be human, perhaps a bit mutated, but
Well,
human.
these are Zidix, but a little bit mutated.
Give me a persuade roll there. Ellis.
Persuade. Okay, let's see if I can piss off more people.
Do what you do best.
Yep.
Oh,
Aw,
you read.
damn it.
You're actually successful.
Reroll.
Presenting your information in such a way that she's curious, very cautious, but curious. Okay, I will go with you and I will meet them, just me myself. Let me get an eye on things, as it were.
Yes.
This almost feels like the conversation you have with your partner talking about like more kinky things in the bedroom. It has that kind of feel to it.
You're not wrong. So you hop back in the Mountaineer and you take Mayor Mayor Sawyer, to go meet with the Queen. And you get there. There's the Queen. How are you doing introductions?
Queen, Mayor, Queen.
So I think we would start with the mayor.
Okay.
The queen doesn't have an individual name.
I do not. There is no individual in the hive.
No,
what name should I have?
I don't want to foist any human conventions on you. You
Very
be who
well.
you are.
Hmm,
But
I will need to think on that.
Mayor, this is the queen of the Zidix that we freed from the facility.
Freed how? What? They're kind of like us. I see some of them have human and animal traits that the rest of us, similar to how some of us have these insectile traits. How did this happen?
As I said before, this is an educated guess, but we think that there's an airborne contaminant that has somehow facilitated these mutations, and we wanted you to meet the Zidix to let you know, one, they are not the cause of this, but two, they are like you in that they are both experiencing the same thing. They wish to be a part of a community with people who are experiencing the same thing, and they wish to contribute to the community as a whole.
And the mayor listens to you, and she's nodding, but she's staring at the queen the entire time. And it's a stare that's not really like she's not filled with anger or fear. It's contemplation. And she walks up to the queen and extends her hand and puts it to the side of the queen, who stoops down and places her hand on the face of the queen. And the mayor says, "We have been noticing since these changes have started to come about that as time has gone on, we can sense each other. We can sense other things. Sense when people are in danger. We're kind of connected.
John?
I feel the same sense of connection with her."
Can I look at the mayor's eye and then look at the queen's eye?
Sure. Give me a notice roll.
I was gonna say they match.
Now that you put that out there, I'm going to make that notice roll as well.
I'll wait for the other rolls to come in.
Only a 13.
You wouldn't know for sure unless you ran a genetic test, but it looks like it could definitely be the same eye.
So it's a pathogen that's like swapping individual. It's not.
Ellis would know from his examinations that it's combining genetics. It's not overwriting, it's twisting them together into a new form.
But the thing that's unusual about it is if this eye is her eye in the queen, it's not so much a rewriting of genetics, it's swapping of material.
Or rewriting of genetic code, you're not sure.
Unfortunately,
keep in mind, these changes happen gradually over time.
Yeah.
My question is,
it's like heterochromia.
Is it existing genetic material to do it?
You're not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, and again, Kriptk, you have a strong sense of, mystical energy in this area. There's ley lengths present, but there's also just a quiet hum of mystical energy that you felt ever since you got close to this region, and it has persisted. You felt it in the hive, you felt it on the trek there and back, you felt it in Valiant Town. It's weird. Like there's mystical energy like just in the air.
So I'll pipe up and say, it's obvious there's a connection, and something strange occurring where species are being altered to have other characteristics. I think the more important question, though, is who's behind it? Clearly, something is amiss, and that is a threat to all of us. I think we should work together to get to the bottom of this.
And the Queen looks at you, Kriptk, and she says, "There is an intelligence at the Nexus. I do not know what it wants."
I say we go and talk to this anomaly.
I'm really thinking we need to do something that's two-pronged. One, I think we need to have researchers checking the airborne pathogen so that we can at least stabilize and halt these swaps, this change in the mutation. Two, we've been breathing this air, so we might be on the path of swapping out stuff. So
you don't have any
those of us
insectoid limbs yet, do you, Planck?
Well, it's happening over time, but that means that DNA rewrite could have already started. So
now you're going to be half bug, half machine, half human.
Okay, so I want to verify if like maybe my character could know this, because it's a question that I want to ask in character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about whether or not that they whatever this airborne stuff is, whether or not it has a threshold to where it starts working the way it does.
In terms of like how? Like
in terms of you reach a certain point of contamination where it actually starts to rewrite your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a science roll or something, figuring out something like that.
Oh, that's a D4 on my end.
Or Ripper could just ask the science bros.
But I'm not sure because Ripper isn't that kind of droid.
Mm-hmm.
So they wouldn't just like given time to think about it, they would probably think of asking it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they couldn't, like if there wasn't enough background in science, or they probably wouldn't ask it.
Okay.
I mean, I could try and do something, but
well, I really think that once we get back to the village, we need to set up a lab and study with
now
the proper
you know that
equipment.
the studying is going to take a significant amount of time. You also know that the Coalition left a few hours ago to go investigate the rift, and you've not heard from them. Granted, you haven't tried either.
So I was going to say, if Alice could notice that Ripper is deep within thought, as he is thinking about something, then maybe Alice could use his hacking device to read his mind, essentially.
No, Ripper isn't set up for that. Nice try, though.
Also, consent. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. I mean, he would ask.
What did
But it's like,
yeah, he asked if
Excuse
he like
me, can I
barges
hack
into your
your
mind.
brains?
Do you mind if I
Yeah.
hack your brain? Oh no, I should just leave. Okay.
read your mind and go and more eloquently say what what's going on in your mind,
So
or just piss
So-
off more people. Either one.
What general sense is the mayor having? Are they agreeable? Are they?
yeah. She is like you can see her. She's actually engaging in conversation with the queen. She's kind of in wonderment,
Mhm.
but she does look at you and she's like, "No, these beings are part of our community. They are part us, and we are part them. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened, but I think this could be beneficial for all of us.
Absolutely.
But I am
But
concerned about this intelligence at the Nexus point. We've not heard from the Coalition forces that went to investigate either.
Yeah, I think that we need to head out and see what happened.
Agreed. Well,
I will
this
explain
intelligence at
their
Nexus
appearance.
seems to be the nexus of all our problems, so I think that's probably the best place we can try and find out what did this,
Yeah,
why, and why.
Benny from Red.
I see what you did there. I see
right.
you.
So the mayor is like, I will go talk to the townsfolk and explain this. You go check on the Coalition. Because the other thing that I don't want to happen is they move in and the Coalition comes and wipes us all out either.
Yep.
I concur.
Right. And
I don't think
hopefully-
we should mention to the Coalition about the hybridization of the species. I think we focus on
Oh God, no.
the fact that there's a
Well,
level
they kind of know about it already.
well,
Well, at
not
least
to the
this
extent
group.
of Xydics, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say we don't bring up those details. We focus on the threat of a nexus. They could be already gone. We find out what happened to them, and then if they're still viable, we focus on the mutual threat of a nexus and focus them on that.
Maybe we get another Coalition APC. How about
Because what you all need is more money.
that?
All right.
Hell
So you're
yeah.
heading. Are you gonna head towards the Nexus?
Yep.
All right.
towards
so
the
we're gonna
Nexus.
move you on to a
Vroom,
new
vroom.
map. All right. Here we go. To the temple. And I have to click on this map too, so that I also go to the map. You all should be located in the lower right, and tell me if you're not seeing things.
Go zoom out. Yep, there you go.
We can see the Coalition there just to our west.
Yep.
Yep.
And the coloration is due to like there is a
Lighting layer.
there is a ley line that is running kind of parallel to you from your direction of approach, and then there's also a ley line that is perpendicular to you. That's kind of where like the brightest point is up there.
Yep.
And yep,
Hence,
you see the Coalition
Nexus.
over there. Yeah. And while you're there looking at this, let me just kind of set the scene for you here a little bit.
Sweet Jesus, how powerful would you be, Kriptk, at a Nexus point?
Yes, that would be awesome. I've
Yes.
He gets like his damaging stuff gets like +4 to the damage, and then his defensive stuff is like up by +2. So yeah.
Nice.
And of course, he can fly now.
on a ley line. Yeah, anywhere on a ley line I can fly.
Yep. All right. So, so what you see is you can, as you're kind of approaching, you can kind of see that there is this, there's these pulsing blue-white, walls of mystical energy, and you can't really see a whole lot beyond the walls. It's fairly bright, even though it's daytime. But you can kind of see through like the smaller ley line. You see the Coalition soldiers and so forth, and their APC, and you see Officer Dolan. He's the intelligence officer that's in charge, and he sees you and he like waves, and he's like waving you over. Are you moving towards him? Are you driving the vehicle over? What do you want to do?
We should drive the vehicle over.
Okay. So go ahead and move your vehicle on over, and then move yourselves on over. You should have control.
Yep.
Maybe. If you don't have control, let me know. There we go. I don't know who's driving today.
Who
I
wants
haven't
to
run
drive?
into things, so it's probably
That was
Yeah.
me. I'm a rebel.
Oh, and
I
we
got the
see we
wrong-
have the old token for Ripper.
Yeah.
Do you want me to update it real quick?
Yeah.
I can
And
do that.
make sure that I have vision.
You and your vision.
Hmm.
I want to be able to see the map. Meh. There you go. You should be all set. No, you'll use theater of the mind only. Well, everyone else can see what's going on.
No.
That might be kind of a fun thing to do. Here, for some games.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah. Or like, there you go. If you're playing like D&D or something, and your character gets the blinded condition, that for the rest of the combat, you just have to play it like this. That'd be awesome. All right.
For who?
Everybody but that player.
Yeah, everybody but the
Oh, I'd
player.
have fun with it, but you know me, I like to.
You're a sadistic so and so.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dolan comes over to you. Ah, good to see you. How did it go? Did you find a hive?
Yep, we've taken care of everything.
Really? How so?
Didn't you hear the explosion before?
It is quite distant, and there is a fair amount of noise because there is a lot of like wind whipping around and so forth.
What?
You do see that there is, as you pass by, you did see inside because there is a stable gate, a stable rift in the ley line at the junction, and when you pass by, you could see that inside there is it looks like a temple of some kind. It's this barren landscape, and all that you saw really was a temple, and in the sky behind it there were two suns, a red and a yellow, and atop the temple was some sort of rotating metallic structure that was occasionally you saw it emit like a spark of lightning every now and then as you drove by. And sometimes the lightning arcs towards the rift, and you can see like the walls of the rift kind of pulse, almost in, you know, almost like it's breathing in some ways. But it is a stable rift. Kriptk can verify that much. He doesn't even have to roll for it. You just know instinctively that
Well,
is...
Alice would probably want to investigate the rift more, just to get in closer.
Sure,
But he will ask Kriptk if that's safe.
The rift itself, yes, the ley line itself won't harm you, but we don't know what may be hiding in the rift, so we should go together, all of us. But let's deal with these coalition.
Yeah, Alice is just going to be staring into the rift like a moth stares into the light.
Okay. And as a matter of fact, both Ellis and Ripper, your sensors are kind of glitchy. You're kind of at -1 for like notice tests and things like that, because your mechanical bits are getting kind of glitchy. Even actually also Planck.
Yes,
Remember
with
name
your
for a minute.
cyber eye.
Your cybernetics are glitching a little bit. Kriptk, you know that's just a side effect of technology being this close to a ley line.
I'm going to address the leader of the coalition group here and say, it seems that you were delayed. You've been out here for quite some time. We were concerned about you. What have you encountered since our last meeting?
We haven't really encountered too much. Came across some unusual fauna, saw some unusual things. My dog boys and Psystalkers tell me there's something here. They can feel a mental presence of some kind, but they're unclear what it is. They believe there's some sort of, not quite a psychic field, but something in the air, some sort of emanation or something. And it seems to get stronger within the rift. We have not ventured forth. We were hoping you would be joining us soon, but we were about to step in ourselves. But we could all go if you'd like. I would like to investigate that structure. I am curious about it.
I can only speak for myself, but yes, I think that is wise. I would urge caution. These areas are notoriously tricky.
Wait,
Indeed.
John,
Mm-hmm.
we're working with the coalition.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. We'll rewind for Brad because he wasn't here that session. There is.
I forgot.
Yeah. So when you first got to Valiant Town, you kind of discovered that there were human mutants. There was a guy who had
Yeah.
his missing legs had been replaced by like little
Yeah,
insect legs. Okay.
I remember that part.
Well,
Yep.
I mean,
And,
Planck was watching
Yep.
the Mountaineer when all this was happening, so he doesn't know.
Yeah. And then basically a APC of coalition troops. It was some dog boys and a Psy Stalker and a agent for the intelligence bureau had shown up in Valiant Town because they were looking for information or possible illicit activities of one Dr. Bradford, who is a coalition scientist, but suspected of committing treasonous crimes and researching and experimenting. You were then attacked by a giant creature of unknown origin that tried to attack people in the town. Tried targeting. Well, it would have, but your companions took it out quite swiftly. But the coalition offered to come check this out while you all went to go investigate the rumors of a hive. So the intelligence officer seems like a fairly reasonable guy. He wasn't like, "Oh, mutants, kill!" He was like, interesting. And he's more curious about it. He's very focused on trying to find evidence about this doctor and things that the doctor may have been up to.
We're allies of convenience for now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like, why haven't we killed them in their sleep and taken their stuff and sold it yet? But okay.
Later. There's time for these things.
There's time for that later. You're not wrong. All right.
Let's see. All right. So yeah.
Wait a second. Is that contagion, that spore in the air here too? Can we check for that?
Give me.
Actually, is there a way that Ellis could just be able to tune their sensors to be able to see if that's in the air, even with the interference from the rift?
I'll give him. He can give me a notice roll. Give me, but it's going to be at a -5 because there's just so much in the air, or there's between the ley line and the fact that it's basically microscopic something. Is that with your -5?
That's with the -5.
All right. So
Because
yes,
I got
you are detecting it.
+6.
It
So
definitely
-5,
is in the
you get a
air.
+1.
It seems to be, it's in the air all over. You'd have to get inside the rift to determine if it's coming from in there or something like that.
But is it a greater concentration here than at the hive?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Oh. Huh.
You occasionally hear the dog boys whine and kind of rub their heads. Dog boys are sensitive to psychic energies, so they, they're muttering a little bit. Like it just
I'm
don't
sad
stop.
for them.
So,
I'm very sad for them. Okay, so we should head into the rift.
Okay. All right. So into the rift you all go. I'll let you move yourselves up there. You're gonna go in on foot. It's not really big enough to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going ahead of us, yes?
Sure, if you want them to.
Yes.
Do you want the officer and the Psy Stalker to go first, and then you guys, and then the dog boys?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and move
I mean,
yourself.
I'll go behind the dog boys.
Okay.
How tall is the structure?
The structure is about 40 feet tall.
Okay.
And actually, are you flying up or anything?
That is my plan. Yes.
Okay.
I'll go up. I
So
will fly up to about 60 feet just so I can see over
okay.
it.
All right, Ellis, are you flying up?
I think he would be, or I don't know. I don't know what Alice would be doing. He would, yeah, we'll say
Or
he'd
is he
fly
just
back.
gonna go in and be like,
Yeah,
ooh.
yeah, he's
Okay.
more interested in what's happening around the place.
Fair.
But new places,
All right.
new
So in that
experiences.
case, Kriptk, give me a notice roll.
All right. Sure. I'm not sure that I would be able to spend a penny on that because it's sort of a passive thing, right?
No, you can spin a penny if you'd like. I'll let
Okay.
you.
I'll do it. There you go.
All right, you got a success. Let's see here. All right, is everyone moved in or?
I was waiting for you to move the dog boys.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I said that I was going to be behind them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, somebody's got to watch the Watchmen.
Sure. All right, and then Ripper, you want to be behind them?
Mhm.
All right. So Kriptk, you're flying up there. All right. So once you get inside the rift, the air here is hot and dry, and all around you, it's just dead silence. There's like not a breeze. There's not a twitch. Nothing. Just dead quiet. Except there is a little bit of a breeze that seems to be blowing kind of towards the rift. Just a little bit of a breeze. Everything is kind of covered in like a webbing, like it looks like some kind of webbing. Is anyone going to explore that?
I think Alice would.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
Ellis would?
do it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No?
Out of
Um,
character, I
what
say
would
we
you-
burn it all down.
Well,
I
Well,
won't go in
what
the
would-
webbing, but I will fly near the webbing and see if there's like spiders or other critters in there.
I would
Sure.
like to just throw a pebble or something at the web just to see
Okay.
how sticky it is.
So it's not sticky. It's kind of somewhat sturdy. It feels like steel wool, and when you touch it, since you're kind of watching for things, it poofs, and more of like the whatever those spores are or whatever kind of puffs into the air.
Jesus. Okay.
Um,
Is there filtration in the
for your armor, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you've already been exposed, but I would imagine at this point everyone's armored up, except the dog boys who don't get to have ceiling helmets because they're dog boys and expendable. Let's see, but you do kind of see like the Psy Stalker and the dog boys kind of like put a hand to their head, and the Psy Stalker, like, I can hear this is a ghost town. This is a ghost world. There's just I can hear the faintest sound of these death screams from the inhabitants, but they're not here anymore. Kriptk, you were kind of exploring the webbing a little bit. You
Yeah,
kind
you're fly up
of,
there.
yeah, you you see something. You're gonna have to move some webbing to get to it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah,
you move the webbing.
I'll use some. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you use like
something
the tip
on
of
my
your gun
person.
or something to kind of
Yep.
move it aside, and you see something. and you only see it for a moment because like the moment it kind of gets disturbed, it just crumbles into dust. But you see, you saw like a petrified corpse. But what stuck with you is that it had a very pained expression frozen on its face, and its body was asymmetrical and contorted and covered in seemingly incongruous features. So yeah, a little bit weird.
So I will tell the others, stay away from the webbing. I'm seeing evidence of previous victims. Looks like they've been mutated or mutilated in some way. Just stay away from it.
Okay. The other thing you noticed from your higher elevation is that on the top, you see how there's kind of like these, kind of metallic things here. I'm clicking them, pinging them. At the top of the temple, these are what's rotating around, and emitting arcs of electricity periodically. No set pattern to it, but on the very top there is like a stone table. And on top of that, there is a metallic helmet.
Doesn't look
like a Cerebro-looking helmet, if you're familiar with X-Men.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Oh,
so
darn.
it's not like a sacrificial altar. It looks like it's like where someone would sit to utilize one of the
stand,
devices.
Yeah. Yep. And the dog boy points, and he's like, there is something up there.
It's Dr.
So,
Fate. It's just a helmet.
Yeah.
I was going to say Alice is going to investigate the body that Kriptk found.
There's nothing left of it but dust.
Just dust. Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if there was how long it's been there. Get an idea. Like, is it like it just bones and dust at the moment, or is it still?
It's not even bones. Like, it's all dust.
Okay.
So
quite
it's
old.
a very long time.
I'm going to fly up to the base of the just over top of the base of the pyramid there, or the structure.
Okay, sure.
John?
Does the psychic effect get worse as I get closer? Is it more difficult to think? Am I hearing any voices in my head? That sort of thing.
You're not, but you're also not a psychic. So this is more on the end of the psychic stuff and less on the arcane stuff. So.
Okay.
Can I use from my repair kit, get a container and like tap some of this?
Sure.
The spore dust. Basically, I want to get a concentrated sample from here to take back to analyze.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, do we see any openings on the pyramid, or is it just this platform up top?
It just appears to be this platform on top.
Okay.
I was hoping it'd be a Darth helmet kind of helmet. Can't see it, this thing.
I'll get a bit closer.
Okay. And Dolan looks at the Psy Stalker and he's like, well, lead the way, Hector. He looks at the rest of you. Coming along? I see your friend is ready to get closer. Okay, so he is. So they're going to move on up.
Do I detect anything, any stronger magical source up there, apart from whatever psychic thing?
No, you are not detecting any increased magical activity. But again, even on this side of the rift, you are getting that weird low grade sense of magic that I had mentioned before. And so now eventually we've got Hector up here, Dolan's up here. Who wants to be up on the top of the thing?
Alice has been following Hector and.
Okay.
I do want to get a hunk of this spider web to take back too?
If you can.
Okay, sure.
I use my vibro knife to.
Okay.
Does it turn to dust?
No. But it's like steel wool, so.
It's all right.
All right. Okay, so you're down there doing that. All right. So yeah, there's this helmet, and Hector's like, that and this temple appear to be the source of the psychic power. Who wants to? And Dolan's like, does someone want to put on the helmet?
Alice would offer. Yeah, but I don't know. But I don't know if it would fit Alice's head.
Yeah.
If it would just be like the helmet, it would be his new body. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it would actually fit on River's head, because River's head's a little bit bigger
Yeah.
than it.
It
Alice
probably
would
wouldn't
offer
fit
to
any of the
put it
dog
on.
boys, so it'd have to be you or Dolan or Hector or one of your two humans.
I think Hector should do it. But I'm down at the base. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, as I
You
said,
can call up from there. You're not that far away,
Yeah. As I said, Alice would offer to put it on if it would fit. Alice would press the red button.
Well, Ellis tries to put it on his weird saucer head, and doesn't quite fit. You're like, I don't know, nothing. You're not getting anything.
Just imagine the ridiculousness of this. Small
Yeah.
robot, big head comes on. Ka-dunk. Oh,
Yeah. Clank, 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 clank. No.
Then it
can't
falls
fit
down
it.
the stairs into Planck's hands.
Kriptk flies down, lands, and says, "Let me give it a try." He'll place the helmet
Alright.
on his head.
So you pop it on.
Oh, God.
All right. So you put on the helmet, and your mind is immediately filled with disjointed thoughts, just flooded. But at first you're kind of overwhelmed. And you're like, oh, you're having one of those moments. And then it starts to kind of clear up, and you're starting to get a better feel and a better picture of what this was. This was a temple of convergence. And its original purpose was to bring together the minds and bodies of several different species that inhabited this world. It accomplished this task. The machine is still active, and its influence is spreading out through the rift, carried by wind and storms. A strong enough will could stop the process, or even send a signal to reverse it. But the images also contain a warning. The temple has guardians nearby to respond with deadly force to any tampering.
Okay. Can I tell? Do I need to be in the middle of a temple to activate the helmet?
You need to. You need to have the helmet on in order to do the deactivating.
No, but do I have to be standing on this platform in the middle of a temple to do it?
Yes.
I can't fly up above it, right?
Nope. Because it also relies on the rotating bits to.
Yeah. Focus.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell everyone else. I can shut this machine off, but it's going to be a fight when I do it. Are we ready?
Can you shut it off, or can you reverse it, or
But what
just
do you
shut it
plan on
off?
doing? Shut it off.
Will that
reverse.
reverse what has happened to the people in the town?
Yes. Which means the Zix will
I get
able to communicate anymore.
Yes, I get the sense that it could be reversed, but I'm not sure that's wise. I think what's done is done, but preventing the spread is our goal.
Turn it off.
Okay. What about the Dicks? I thought you said you had taken care of them.
Oh, we did. They're all in pieces now. We sent the pieces back to the community.
The hive's
Food.
gone.
Give me. Do you have like a? I think there's a deception skill if I remember correctly. Let me look at a character sheet here and see what Red's gonna roll.
Well, he can't deceive.
Yeah, I know. You're really bad at it.
Is there something we said that clued him in? I don't think
Well, you had told Dolan that you had taken care of the Zytikics, and Ellis was like, "Oh no, the pieces," but he happens to be very bad at lying. Like that's an
Yep.
actual flaw.
Yep.
So I'm just taking a look real quick. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I just
It's gonna be
posted off
fine.
the what my old man does.
Yeah.
It's in
I
intimidation, but he's
think
not trying to
that's
intimidate.
gonna be. That'll just fall under persuade.
Yeah. Just persuade then. See if he can make more enemies.
That's what I like to hear. No, he'll buy it. It's like, okay. That was an odd way to phrase that, but you are a funny little robot. But yes, then if you think you can shut it down, then yes, let's give that a try. Soldiers, take your marks and prepare to defend this.
So can I tell, John, is when I if I successfully deactivate the device, will that close the rift also? Is there a chance we'll be trapped inside of it, or will the rift remain?
You're pretty sure it will gradually downpower the rift, so you won't have to like super hurry out of the way, but you will have to move once it's shut down. You're gonna want to get out of here. Now, in order to shut it down, you have to use the psionic skill, which none of you have, with a -2 penalty, or no penalty at all if you're wearing the helmet. So you can just make a raw psionics roll that you don't have.
Or he's just handed over to the Side Stalker.
Oh, a
I'll
non-psionic can make an attempt only when wearing the helmet and rolls against spirit with a -2 penalty instead. You
so
need
I'd
to
like
get eight successes within 5 rounds.
so if I use Jack of all trades, can I gain the psionic skill at a D4?
You already used it earlier, I think, because it's like a once per day thing, if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure if you actually did use it. I think
Oh
that
yeah,
you
that's
couldn't.
right. I don't think you did.
Yeah, I think I posted it just to show it, but I don't think I actually activated it.
You
Yeah.
were thinking
Sure.
about activating it, but we didn't need that. I
That's
think it
right.
was.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it was because you needed to do a repair roll, but you didn't have repair, but you did another roll instead.
Yeah.
Or
So yeah,
something like that.
absolutely, you can use that. All right, hang on. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Somebody wants attention, and probably kitty treats.
Hmm.
No, you have to go stand over there. Okay, thanks. All right. So, right here. All right. So, we're gonna do this. You
Pet photo
guys want to
bombs.
get yourselves lined up and arranged?
Well, Alice is where he wants to be. He's at the top of the tower. Keeping an eye on Kriptk to make sure he's not going to feel lightheaded or anything like that. So basically, Alice is ready for a trustful exercise with Kriptk.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
As soon as I shut
All
it
right.
off, I'm taking off and flying south. So
All
however
right.
long that's take.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give control of each one of these dog boys to one of you.
Okay.
All right, and oh, it's time for that. All right, never mind. I'll just run them. It's fine. That'll be easier. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do some initiative here.
Quick question about this pyramid. Between each level, how far is the drop?
The drop is only like 6 feet.
Okay.
Or hang on, it's in here. Hang on. It's about 3 yards high for each level, so about 10 feet, or 3 meters roughly.
Okay.
Oh, I don't remember what I was doing.
So the staircase would be the most viable way up, basically. But then again, we
Yes.
don't know how big the Guardians are, and we don't know if they can fly.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I happen to have my box set for Savage Rifts open on my bed, and my cat is currently climbing into the box because if I fist, I fist. That's what I need to do. Give me just a moment.
That's why sometimes small dog is good, because small dog just lay down on my lap and sleep.
I do like the small dogs as well.
Isn't that right, Harvey? Harvey, are you a good boy?
There we go. And actually, what I'll do is actually gonna just do that, and then I need to hop onto this thing for that. Okay. Now.
So, Planck, are you sure you want to be at the base of the stairs?
Well, we don't really know where the enemies are coming from, so sure.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I start hauling ass up the stairs, I guess.
All right. Okay. We are ready to begin. So, first up are the dog boys who take position, and they're ready to go. Next up is Ripper.
We had,
No,
setting
nothing
up,
has
I have.
started yet.
Okay. Just
Uh,
putting
oh,
my laser
sorry.
rifle in play. Like,
Okay.
in hand. Making sure that's
All right.
ready to go.
Sure thing. And then Planck. Anything you're doing to get ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my, let's see, which is the better? I'll have my Wilkes ready to go.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that brings us to Kriptk. All right, Kriptk. It is your turn to do your thing.
All right. Attempting to project my will into this machine. I clear my mind and have a single thought, which is stop and don't restart. And I start trying to
Okay.
feed that into the device.
All right. Give me your
And here's my-
psionics roll. All right, that is one success. All right.
I'm sorry. How many do we
So
need? 5 and how many turns?
you need eight
Eight
successes and
and
5
5.
turns.
8 and 5. Okay.
Yep. Up to you if you want to try to Benny that to roll better.
I think I'm going to hold off. I'll take that as
Okay.
success, and we'll kind of ramp it up here and see what happens.
All right, sounds good. You start to do that, and some things emerge from the webbing and the ground.
Well, those
4
look
of them.
big.
Bummer.
They are quite big. Let me just see if I can get a description for you.
Good thing I wore my
see,
brown trousers.
So they are hunchbacked robots made of the same black metal as the machinery that sprouts from the upper level. There is a sickly yellow light that projects from 3 openings in their chest. Maybe it's eyes? The same light swirls around their massive gauntleted fists. None of you are psychic, so you don't know what's going on in their head, but it doesn't sound good. They're about 15 feet tall, weigh over a ton, and because of their size, they will take 2 wounds to put down instead of just 1. I'm trying to see if I can share a picture. Let's see. Did a thing pop up for you guys to see?
No, sir.
No? Okay. That's all right. It lied. That's okay. All right. But yeah, they look kind of nifty. So I'll have to remember that for next time. All right. So they're gonna start shooting, and let's see. I have a quite the target-rich environment here. So will they?
Right, we're dealing with Danny DeVito's, but like mega size.
Let's see. There's altogether. All right, so I'll just roll a d10.
Mecha Vito.
So I started blasting.
All right, one of them. First one is gonna fire a shot off at Dolan. And as light emerges from the 3 eyes and like twists into a beam of energy of yellow light and blasts towards Dolan. All right, so it gets a hit, and all right, and I believe Dolan will be just fine. He's got decent armor. Yes, he is fine. All right. So that was that one. All right, and next shot is going to go at... was that 8? So that's going to be Hector. All right, so firing at Hector. Oh, that wild die won't count. All right, so that's a miss. And then that's a D8. That's fine. We'll shoot at one of the dog boys. That one will get hit. Dog boys don't have a lot of armor. Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a dead dog boy. So that is. So this one is deceased. Blah. All right, and last shot. It's a 10, so that's gonna be my choice. I'm just gonna roll a d4. Actually, Planck, you're right there. You're welcome, Brad.
Legit.
And as a matter of fact, it's not even gonna shoot you. It's just gonna move up to you and punch you. What's your parry defense there, Brad? Never mind.
1,000.
May as well be for what I rolled. All
It's a
right,
4.
Temple Guardians are done. Dr. Ellis, what you doing?
Can I do something that's probably not going to use a skill? Because
Depends.
I was just going to say that Alice is going to keep his eye out, and if any of these guardians attack Kriptk, he'll jump in front of them.
Okay,
Take the
sure.
shot.
You're gonna hold your action to like dive in the way.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, just like Secret Service.
Yep.
All right. Hector. Hector is gonna do. There he is. All right. Hector will fire his laser rifle at one.
I'm a fire in my laser.
Pew pew.
What? Okay. Oh, because it's firing multi-fire. So he misses.
What is he good for? Yikes.
Not much. All right.
I mean, if he doesn't make it, I'm taking his
Coalition
laser
super
rifle.
officer. All right.
Phil's a bit
Dolan,
distracted by the latent psychic energy around here.
Dolan fires his laser rifle and hits one. And let's see what kind of damage he gets. Oof. See, he did not get a raise. He does not get the bonus damage, which is a shame. So yeah, Dolan does hits one, but for no effect.
Wow.
So we have to roll higher than 13. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right,
At
Dog Boy's
least.
turn. Dog Boys.
Arf.
Arf. Did I ever tell you my idea for an all Dog Boy campaign?
That's all the
Maybe?
dog boys. They're all the NPCs.
All right. So, that's hit with a raise, so that's good. Okay. That's going to be 11. That's still not enough to get through the armor. That brings us to... all right. So, the Dog Boys are up first. We have to redeal. I'm gonna have them all go on one because that's just gonna be easier for me. All right, and now, all right. Oh no, the Guardians are back up. So,
Wait,
yep.
I didn't get around?
No, I got the jack, right?
I was supposed to be after the dog boys, I thought.
No, because that was actually from the first round. Ace goes first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you have to re-roll initiative every
Okay.
round. So.
But you know what? You were waiting, so go ahead and make an attack roll because I forgot about that. So yeah, go ahead and do a roll.
Okay.
But not a barrel roll. We'll do those around
But
here.
you can still do that if you really want to. With
I
a
mean,
flare.
you can.
Yeah, I was just checking
Shoot
to see
and
if my
barrel
laser
roll.
rifle had
Do a pizza roll.
armor pen, but I don't think it has armor pen.
All of them have some. If you click it, when you click it, it'll actually pop up in the text, like the AP2.
Am I shooting first? Wow.
That's a hit.
Well, that's a hit.
It
Anything
is.
over
I just wish I had some raises on it. That's okay.
Yeah. That is not great damage.
No. Not doing
All
good.
right. All right. So, yep, hits, no damage. Okay. So yeah. All right, here we go. And Temple Guardians, again, one's going to keep attacking Dog Boys. Oh, no. So that is going to be hit with a raise. So that's 15 on one of the Dog Boys. that is not quite enough to drop one. It's shaken, but not stirred to death. So, let's see. The other one, let's see, one shot at, let's see, Hector? Oh, that should that. No, it was Dolan and then Hector. Okay, so Dolan. You're all lucky. They targeted your opponent, the other people first.
Wonder why.
Well, at least I don't add
Oh.
bonus damage in.
Wow.
So Dolan is probably Dolan's gonna take a wound. And this is not. And let's see, what kind of injury he gets. Oh, okay. Yeah, he takes a hit to his right arm. Arm, blasts the arm clean off. Because these are mega damage weapons. So sucks for him.
Well, is it lose use of arm or lose arm?
It's lose use of arm, but it's more fun if I just say that it's gone.
Yeah. So Kriptk's
right.
probably like, yep, I know
Well,
that feeling.
I'm not telling him that we have a limb refrigerator in our vehicle. He can suck it.
Actually, given the size of these things, it probably vaporizes the limb itself.
Oh, okay. Well, bonus.
Right. All right. Another one's gonna shoot at Hector. Hits. But that's not gonna inflict any damage. And then it is Brad. Brad, you get punched at. What's your parry defense?
4.
Okay, so it gives you a little love tap.
Ow. That's not a love tap, man.
All right. So what's your so the good news is that it's a punch, so it's what's your armor rating, Brad?
7.
7. So you'll still get 3 points, and then or basically what's your overall toughness?
16.
16. So actually I can probably punch that in. All right. All right, so you will take. That is going to be. You'd be shaken, and then you'll take a wound. So you will need to roll for injury.
Okay, and what am I rolling for that?
I just am going to click a button.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. So your strength is reduced down to a minimum of a D4. You got hit in the stomach. You're not bleeding out, but you are messed up. And you're still, capable of fighting and so forth. But you do have that wound penalty, which is a -1 to all your rolls.
All right.
All right, and that takes us to the dog boys, who will focus fire. I'll take the 5. No damage. And then Kriptk. Time for the psionics roll.
Yep. Benny,
would you like to Benny?
Oh yes. But of course. All right, let's try this again. Wow. Suck.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So cool. Let's see. Dolan. Ooh, gets a nice hit. So that's gonna have some extra damage on it. Ooh,
damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's see here.
You dropped somebody.
Yep.
Everybody drops somebody sometimes.
If you're lucky.
So
You got the Irish luck tonight.
That is enough to take this one out.
Have a nice tall glass of suck it.
Yep. Ellis, you are still waiting to dodge into gunfire?
Yes, but could I use that as a free action, actually do something this round?
Sure.
I'm going to try and have Alice shoot at the construct right near Planck.
Okay.
I mean, he can't probably get down there that quickly, but, well, actually he can, but...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could get down there and get into melee if you want to.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's using your fighting, though.
Yeah, that's weird.
What is your shooting also a D6?
Just gonna find my shooting. I don't think I have a shooting. Don't think I have a shooting. So
Okay.
my shooting would be unskilled, I think, then.
Mm-hmm. So that'd be like a D4 -2.
Yeah, I'll just do an unskilled roll.
All
Still.
right. Hey, that's still a hit with a raise.
Yep.
Pew.
Nice.
Roll your damage. That's
So,
with the laser pistol.
I've done the... I think that was the... okay. So how do I roll
That's a skill
damage
roll.
for that? Oh, roll damage there.
It's a C18, right?
Yeah. Actually, if I do that,
I got
that
that.
work. There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. I don't think that's enough.
So, but you got hit with a raise, so that's 12. Oh,
Can I actually spend a penny to re-roll that damage?
Yes, you can.
Because I've got a few pennies to spend, so I'm going to spend one to re-roll damage.
Wealthy with bennies.
Poor Ripper.
Not much better. That's actually worse.
It's actually worse.
Yeah. I would say it's worth by at least one.
Yep, so we'll
Alright.
just leave it at that. Things up. But yeah, free action. Have Alice jumped in front of Kriptk if he gets shot.
Okay, yep, no damage.
Yeah.
Alright, Hector. Hector will continue firing with the heavy laser rifle. Just one. Just need you to hit something. Okay, well, that's a hit. Oh, this is awful. Alright, no damage. Planck!
All right. I am shaken, so if I'm gonna do anything, I gotta get rid of that. Yeah.
Yep, there's an unshake button. Turns you back into milk.
Should I do that, or should I spend a penny? Which would be better here? Because basically,
you can make the roll and then spend the penny if you don't make the roll.
I can. Okay.
Yeah. So spend a penny.
Yeah.
All right, and you are unshaken. Go ahead
and
do something.
Okay, so I can move and then shoot. Well, no, I've unshaken myself, so I can move.
You can. However, you are in close combat with them, and they do get it like an attack of opportunity if you move away.
Well, I got to, because otherwise I'm gonna just get my ass beat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, hang on. Let me. Just give me like a athletics roll there, Brad. All right. We'll say, let's see, what is there?
Well, I get a negative though too, right? With the got shot?
You get a negative from your wound, so that's a -1.
Yeah. So, that's a no.
All right, so it takes a swing.
Can I spend a
Do you
Benny
want
to
to? You want a Benny?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely, I do. There we go.
All right. That is so. Basically, what you need to do is beat its parry defense in order to get away without it getting a whack on you. Unfortunately, you did not.
Still didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Their parry is 8. So.
All right.
All right. So yeah, they tag you. Oh, it's a Planck. All right, you got 2 options here, buddy.
Yeah.
You can either go out in a blaze of glory, or you can take your risk for and do the death and defeat table. Because that's definitely, or, and before you do that, so the maximum damage that can come at you is 4 points, even though like there'd be way more from that. But the max that it could do is 4. You could spend a Benny to roll your vigor die and see if you can soak some of those hits.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right. Vigor. Crap. Where is it?
Up under your attributes.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Jesus wept.
Okay. So no. Didn't work out for you there. So Blaze of Glory or Death and Defeat. So Death and Defeat means you might die, or you just might suffer a horrible injury.
Death and Defeat.
All right. And we'll get to that. Right now you are bleeding out. So you are incapacitated, and we'll come back to that.
So I don't even, I'm still here then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. You made it. You probably made it like 1 step, I'll give you. You probably landed there.
Okay.
All right. Ripper, you are up.
I am going to I'm gonna laser the thing that just downed Planck.
Go for it.
Why does this happen?
It's a hit. It's a hit.
Okay. Is these
damage?
Nice!
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's an ass whooping.
And that one is down. I'm not even going to bother doing calculations. All right. So
that's what you get.
A new
dirty
round.
So-and-so.
Immediate karma.
No, I did that wrong. Do that. Oh, I can just do that. That's cool. All right, dog boys are up. They will focus fire on probably this one. Dog boys, arf arf. It's a hit.
The Awoo Brigade.
Yep. Not great damage. So no damage. All right. Ripper.
Yeah. Same thing. Except I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Shooting.
Damn.
Spend the Benny to re-roll.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. That's a hit.
There we
Roll
go.
some damage. That is not going to be enough. All right, Planck. So, you still have your action count card. All right, so you are technically bleeding out. So give me a vigor roll. All right, you do succeed. All right, you survive this turn, but you must roll again next turn. If you basically if you fail one of these vigor rolls, if you don't get a success, you will die. If someone stabilizes you, and we might go more into the death and dying thing when it comes to that. But otherwise, if you happen to get a raise on it, you are no longer in danger of you stabilize and don't have to keep doing those rolls.
Okay.
Although I do want to
And
check.
can I spend a Benny when I do that roll?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. And you can actually spend more than one Benny. Like if you want to keep rolling the same thing, you can do that. So that is a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But other players can stop you from bleeding out by doing a healing roll.
Sure.
All right. So, Kriptk. It was around 3, by the way.
Oh man.
Not going good. I'll Benny again.
All right.
Ugh.
It's not working for us, guys.
Yep. It's up to you if you want to Benny and try to re-roll.
Or hand the helmet over to Hector for him to do it.
Or hand the helmet over to Hector. Hector might have a better chance. He is actually a psychic.
Oh. Well, we've known that from the beginning of the combat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he's pretty much said that.
I,
He's
the player, did not pick up on that.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry. Yes.
I don't know why I'm doing this then. That's okay.
That's why I said at the start, you could just hand it over to Hector.
Okay. Well, I'll give the helmet to Hector. Yeah, I didn't realize he was a psychic, or I wouldn't have ever tried to do this myself.
Fair.
Well, I was like,
sorry.
yeah, I don't
apologize.
trust Hector either, dude. So I don't blame you.
Well,
Screw
if
that guy.
it had been an actual informed choice, but I didn't even realize he was a psychic. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. Matter of fact, what we'll do is
good.
we'll kind of rewind a little bit. I'll roll a couple of times for Hector, see if he got anything. He doesn't get the benefit of a wild die, but he does. They don't have it listed on here, but they're a Psy Stalker. They have psychic abilities, so he has to have the psychic skill, the psychic ability. So I'm just gonna roll that. I'm just gonna roll like I think it'll be probably about a d6. So what's he got? That's a d6. Nothing. Oh, common knowledge. That'll work. Hey, look at that.
there you go.
Hector got you a couple because you had. We'll give you the one from before, so that gets you up to 3, and that gets you up to 4, and we're on round 3. So yeah. So then, Kriptk, what would you like to do since you're not having to use the helmet?
I'll go stabilize Planck. I mean, that's
Okay. All right. You gonna move over there and
Is there a skill
can you
check
get
for that?
there? All right. Are you? You can use healing, the healing skill. Otherwise, you could let, or you could let Dr. Ellis do it. He's a medic. Just
There's one success.
well, that's a success. You Planck is stabilized.
Stabilized.
Yes.
Oh, how many wounds am I at?
You're at 3 wounds right now.
3 wounds. Okay, I figured,
Yeah.
but I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to say, you could just let Alice do the healing because, A, he's got +2 from being calculating
Mm-hmm.
because he's lesson 5 in the order, and he's also got the the healing skills as well, and he's
Yeah,
got the trauma kit. So
that's fine. I stabilized him this
Yeah.
turn. You can do whatever you want to next
Oh,
time. So
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
no worries.
Or
All right.
it'll probably come out more as.
All right. Hector's turn. Hector will attempt to again shut down the machine.
Mhm.
No, and Hector doesn't have Benny, so he can't reroll. So that is all right. So then that brings us to the Guardians. And let's see, but there's only 2 of them, so one of them is just going to keep firing at the dog boys because that's what it's been doing this whole time. Oh, well,
Ow.
that's definitely going to hit and obliterates another of the dog boys.
Woof.
Oh no, they're dropping like flies.
Oh
Better
no!
than dropping like fleas. All right, and then the other one has been. It's just gonna randomize its target. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Oh, go away, notification. Ellis, you can get shot at.
Okay. What's the damage?
2.
All right. So it only gets a regular hit because it's just a normal
Yep.
attack. So the damage is going to be 16. I can actually tell you the wounds real quick.
Mhm.
Oh dear, I forgot. The beams have pretty big.
Yep.
Okay, so Ellis gets blasted. For 4 wounds.
Oh, Jesus.
Ellis, would you like to spend a Benny to do a soak roll? Just maybe?
Yeah, we'll do a soak roll. Try it.
You've got some bennies.
I've got a few pennies I can use. So drop
Yeah.
a penny on there. Do a soak roll. That's not going to do
Would
anything.
you like to spend another Benny and try to roll again?
Yeah, why not? If I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, spend another penny. Chuck it on. Soak it. Try again. There we go.
There.
That's a lot better.
Nice.
All right, that'll reduce it by 1. You're at 3 wounds, but you are not incapacitated just yet.
What happens if I only have 3 wounds?
That's what I mean. You're
Yeah.
at -3 to all your stuff, but you're not incapacitated. You are still technically functional.
Okay. Probably not looking the best.
No. You got clobbered with spiral energy array. All right.
Probably a lot more twitching coming from Alice now.
Yep. All right. And... Okay, that will hit one of them. But I don't think that will be enough, but I'm going to check. All right, so he does inflict some damage onto this one over here, is what Dolan does. Ellis.
Yes.
Sparky McSparker.
Yeah. Which one was the one that shot him?
This one.
Okay. Well, Alice, being the low HP at the low wound he is, he's going to go do something a bit crazy.
Okay.
And he's going to just fly right towards the construct and try and just whack it.
With his knife?
Yep.
All right.
The scalpel's about that long, and yeah.
That hits.
Okay, unfortunate. Nope, it doesn't, because you need to get above an 8 to hit.
Well, then I'm going to re-roll that.
All right.
And I get the exact same thing.
Nope. All right. Well, it's just a worthwhile effort.
Yep.
All right. Here we go again.
Well, actually.
Yes.
Calculating. He gets +2, doesn't he?
For what?
Because he's coconut, he get +2 on skill rolls, I think it was.
Oh.
I'll just double check
Aren't you
that.
at -3 for everything?
Yeah, you're also at -3 for everything, so you're at
Yeah.
a net -1.
Yeah, net -1, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, regard. Yeah.
Disregard.
Disregard that, yeah.
Alright. Okay, Hector. Hector will... Where is Hector? There's Hector.
What is
Hector's
that guy
not-
good for?
He's trying. By the way, this is round 4. Fun
He's
things
as
happen if we
use-
get to round 5 and you haven't successfully done this. Not that there's
He's-
anything you can control on it. Ellis, you're up.
Oh,
Useless as
start,
teats on a
okay.
chicken.
Okay, then. He's going to try again and attack this
All right.
construct with his knife. See if we can
End it.
get something better. Nope.
Nope. Yep.
That's a nope.
All right. Moving
Yeah.
on. Ripper.
Shooty McShooter.
Okay.
Same target as before. That's not going to do anything.
No. All right. Kriptk.
Are either of the 2 remaining guardians damaged in any way at this point?
Yes, this one over here is.
All right, I'll go ahead and use a mega damage bolt on him.
Nice.
Suck.
That's a hit
Looks pretty good.
with a raise. Nice.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Take it back a second here. It's with the raise is 5d6. So let me roll that manually
Sure.
because this is rolling 2d6. So those get those explode, right? So I get roll 2 more d6.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So
total
another
21.
21 mega damage.
21. All right. Did you want to spend a Benny to re-roll that at all? Because you got 3 1s in there.
Yeah, but I got 2.
2 6s.
If
Yeah,
you,
it's
if
a
you
tough.
re-roll,
go.
if you re-roll, do you keep the best, or do you have to use the second roll?
You use the new roll.
All right, I'll stick with that then.
Okay. All right. And was there any armor piercing on that?
Let's see. I mean, it's mega damage. I'm not sure. The spell doesn't say whether it's armor piercing or not.
No, there's a special add-on that you can get for armor piercing. I'd let you add it retroactively. I don't have it up. But I think it's like 2 points, and it gets you like 4 points of armor piercing.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'll spend that then. Yep.
Okay.
I don't see it in the spell. I'll go and do it.
Yeah. Well, with all that, it's enough to take it out. All right. Dog boys, do something useful, please.
Doge Boys, almost as effective as Dogecoin.
Why start now?
All right. Well, they hit. You know, they're trying.
Wah,
They're really
wah.
trying. I mean, 16. It's better than it was, but that's
Well,
not going to be enough. I'll double check though. You know, I could be wrong. Always a possibility I could be wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Planck, enjoy the nap.
Un poco siesta. I am taking the little nap.
You are indeed. And then Dolan. That's gonna hit. Because Dolan is technically a wild card, so he gets to use wild dice. You know what? I'll even say he's got a Benny. We'll reroll his Benny.
Whoa!
I'll take it. That should be enough to put that one down. All right, that is enough to take that one down as well. However,
But wait,
so
there's
yeah,
more.
Hector
so
better
this is
pull
round
it
5.
together.
So this is gonna be all the money here as to so it's all down to Hector getting a success. I will allow you to spend your bennies on Hector for rerolls to see if Hector can accomplish this.
What
You
are we
are
at?
sitting at
5
6
right now?
successes.
Okay.
You're at 6 successes out of 8.
So he needs a raise.
He needs 2. So here we go.
There you go.
Holy!
Now he only nope he
Oh, he doesn't
only
get
gets
wild,
to
does he?
use the d6. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't get the wild die.
That
Yeah.
fucking
He
guy.
wants to spend a Benny for it to reroll.
I'll do
Me.
Okay, you do it.
All right,
I'm not doing anything, so.
that's a success, but it's not enough. Need a raise.
God damn it.
Anyone else?
There's my
get a
last
roll?
one.
I'll spend one. Oh, okay.
All right. Nope.
Fucking Hector.
Red, you got one left. You want to spend it?
I just spent mine.
All right.
No.
I think Red's got one left.
Yes. I'll
Okay.
chuck it on. See
Yep.
if we can get Hector to get
All
this fucking thing.
God, what is Hector good for? He's the psionic guy. What's going on here?
It's only the D6.
That's because you didn't have your own psychic person. All right, so.
Come on, Heck. For heck's sake.
Useless as teats on a chicken. I'm telling you.
For
Yikes.
heck's sake.
All right, switching it off.
So we succeed or no?
I'm looking.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Okay, so they wrote this really terrible. But you did get a number of failures. So yeah. So I'm just gonna roll some dice.
Can we still spend bennies or no?
Oh, if you got a Benny to spend, do you want to roll it for Hector or do you want to roll it for your soaking? Because this is the damage coming in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Before we get to the damage phase, I had
Mhm.
burned a Benny for a reroll. I don't think we did. So can we do a
No,
reroll for that?
I did do it. I did 2 of them back to back.
Yep.
Okay,
'Cause,
I'll spend the last one. What the heck? We'll go
All right.
for it.
There we
Look at
go.
that.
Holy
managed to deactivate it.
shit.
So
Nice.
had that gone off, that would have been 4d12 mega damage to everyone still on this side of the rift.
Wow.
Yeah, it would have
Wow.
So
been bad.
Hector can probably sense that was gonna go to
Yep.
shit, and everyone was like, Hector, Hector.
But now that the system is deactivated, you can see that the rift is starting to flicker. So you're gonna need to get out of here.
Okay, time to haul ass.
All right.
Doc
Anyone
boys.
dilly dallying?
Nope.
Alice would probably dilly a little bit.
Who's rolling
Yeah.
my semi-dead body through the hole?
Well, Alice
I mean-
will probably be picking up Plank's body, but he's going to try and get some parts of these constructs first.
I mean, I can just pick him up and run with him. I've got pretty high strength.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think we'll go Ripper grabs Plank, while Alice tries to grab some more
Okay.
parts to
All right.
fix Plank.
Does anyone know? Well, the dog boys are pretty much dead. But yeah, everyone vacates, and you all manage to get to your side of the rift, and then it snaps shut, and it's like it wasn't even there. And now what?
So the dog boys are dead, right?
No, 2 of them are dead.
Oh.
2 of them are still alive, as is
Too bad.
Hector and Dolan.
As far as we know, the effect is done now. There will be no more mutations, right?
From what you understood of it, yes, things will not continue mutating beyond what they have, but they're also not going to reverse.
Alice will go over to Planck and look over at Kriptk, and he will just say, "Is he fine?"
Yeah, Alice is pretty messed up. Planck's pretty messed up.
So I think we need to get rid of the coalition guys so we don't keep snooping around this area, and then we need to go back to town and get everybody healed up. So I'll thank the commander for their assistance and say that was closer than we would have liked, but it was a useful alliance while it lasted. I assume that you will be heading back to your garrison now that everything has been resolved.
Yes, I don't believe this is the work of Dr. Bradford, whatever this was. But, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out. I don't intend to report this to my superiors. They just come here and make these people's lives a living hell. So, I don't really care about all that. So
that sounds.
And
fair.
then he gets in they get in the APC and they're going to go drive off.
Did he take his severed arm with him?
No, because remember,
No, it was
got
vaporized.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's
okay.
he's machoing it. He's like,
fine.
Yep. And he was one-handing with that laser rifle while he was shooting things down.
I was gonna
But
say,
he seems to be on positive terms with you.
We could have killed these guys and taken their stuff.
Yeah,
I want to murder hobo.
We still can.
Well,
No.
All right, look here.
Yeah, we're
man and glitchy robot.
We're all fucked up. So no.
There's literally, I mean, there's 4 of them, 2 of you.
Well, 3 3/4. To be fair.
No, it's 2.5. I would think. Well, actually 3, because 2 halves. Because both Planck and Alice are still up, technically. But they are just so damaged that it won't be very effective.
Long story short, are you going to let them go, or are you going to try to gun them down?
I'm going to let them go.
prefer not
as
to
far as
let
I'm
them go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then with
They got bigger guns than us.
We will conclude. This is actually a scenario from one of the books called the contamination. What was it? Contamination. There we go. Contamination principle. And basically, the spores coming through are what was causing the mutations, obviously. Bradford had nothing to do with it, but he did set up the hive. That was his experiment. And they were rigged to blow just so he could cover his tracks.
Okay.
So
he covered his tracks for it.
The fact that the hive queen got mutated, completely coincidence. Wasn't part of his plan at all. He was just looking for... He wanted to breed Zytics to basically that thing that you fought in the town, that weird thing. He makes those. And he was breeding Zytics for the purposes of seeing how effective his hunter-killers were going to be. So, yeah. But with all that, you can return to Castle Refuge, and then we'll pick up from there the next time, which we'll figure out when. So, yeah.
So everything will be repaired, I'm assuming?
Yes, I will let you all heal up. We'll see what happens with Planck. I think I don't think there'll be any long-lasting repercussions, but we'll check.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I'd be disappointed if we didn't roll for some kind of permanent damage.
I don't know how he still has all of his limbs, to be frankly honest.
He's like, you take it center mass. You don't put your arms out like. It's all that waving around spell casting.
That's why I stood at the base of the pyramid just like this.
Shoot
Pull
me
everything
here.
in tight. Yep.
But
and Alice on 3 wounds, but still alive. That's pretty.
Just barely. Just barely. But
Because
yeah,
he didn't have that. He doesn't have his automated repair unit back yet. I don't think.
No.
Because a day hadn't passed, had it?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Yeah.
That
got
you
some
did
work to
all
do.
of this on the same day that you like drove into town.
Yeah,
It's been an eventful day.
it certainly has. And we all ended up with no bennies.
Yeah. It went down to the wire. That was great.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
was great. I was like, ooh, 40-12 mega damage explosion.
Making it rain.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would probably would have been a TPK.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably.
yeah, absolutely.
Pretty close.
Unless you rolled 4
I
ones.
just want to roll the damage. Let's see.
Yeah,
12.
just for the lols.
Yeah. There's a 12 in there, so I'd have to roll another 12. So 31 damage, or 31 total damage. So divided by 4, yeah, around like 7 points of damage, which max is at 4. So yeah, we would have wiped everyone. Well, you would have gotten armor, so there'd have been some protection.
We all would have just been laying there bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rip would just be like, "What was that?"
Yeah. And no one knew what happened to you, but you saved a town.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I think we'll call it there, and we can do, I guess, closing plugs for stuff. If Red, you want to do plugs for your things, we'll start. I guess. Now I'm like, oh, Red's over there. Okay.
Yes, I'm down here now.
Jane, you got anything you want to plug? We'll start with Jane. Go that way.
I guess if anybody joins us in the Discord, you can find me there. I post memes especially when other people are running games and doing things. They're usually pretty well received. And I will also be in the Star Wars 5e campaign that Reddit is running. So, yeah.
Which is going to be fun with your character.
Yeah, I'm playing a furry little bunny that's about like 3'5", and as a monk.
There you go.
Yeah, so, rabbit monk. Because we
right.
all know how good that is in the actual D&D, the rabbit monk.
It's kind of like that.
What you got for us, Red?
Well, we were going to have a session of the Star Wars tomorrow, but with 2 people being unavailable, it's kind of a bit hard. But what we are actually planning on doing is we're actually going to see if we can get Matt into a game of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands to get a forever DM's opinion on the game about D&D, essentially. So that's going to be fun. But other than that, I do the Star Wars 5e stream. I'm still a newish DM, so I'm bound to make mistakes, but that's all part of the fun when DMing, isn't it?
Can be, sure.
Try and cover up those mistakes and make them sound like they were actually on purpose.
I've been DMing for 20 plus years. I still make lots of mistakes.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Gordo, what you got? Anything going on?
Yeah, so I'm playing in 2 other live streams right now, both over at 28mm RPG. We do a Traveler game every Sunday evening, and then we're doing every other Monday. We're doing a Cypher System Godforsaken superhero kind of game over there.
Nice.
And then I'm running continue to run my Hyperborea 3E ongoing campaign and a Pathfinder Adventure Path over at Elmo City Gaming.
Nice.
Find me on the Discords.
Very cool. I love me some Cypher systems, so I'll have to check that out. Ian
If you weren't playing Rifts, would be playing Cypher. Isn't that right, Zero?
Yeah, I'm in Discord and I do
And things.
stuff and things.
He's in your
yeah.
walls.
I'm in your children. No, I'm not.
No.
That took a turn. All right.
Your
No.
ass.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I play in here. So
That's fair. That's good. I got taller when I started my hit. Okay, whatever. All right, and I'm John. You can find me here running the Savage Rifts game when we get the timing to work out and everything, and that's lots of fun. You can also see me regularly over on Defenders of Cobalt. I'm in a Wednesday Alien campaign. We just started Chapter 2. It's a homebrew kind of thing. We're playing pirates after we did kind of like corporate scientists, colonists kind of thing. But now we're doing space pirates. So that's been interesting.
Yarr!
Yeah, and then this Friday we are starting up a Heart campaign. So my first time playing Heart. Looking forward to it. So that'll be Wednesdays and Fridays, and then coming in January on our YouTube channel, I'm going to start running some folks from there through Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Age of Ashes, Adventure Path, and we're going to be recording those and putting those up on YouTube. Because we're like, it's Sunday, nobody wants to sit and watch a stream on Sunday, but might watch a YouTube. So yeah, be seeing me around places. So, yeah, and with all
I'm
that,
going to see if I can get into that Pathfinder game so I can try and break it like I did the last Pathfinder game.
Oh no, this Pathfinder crew is they decided to play all goblins.
Nice.
That's
so
awesome.
If it's gonna go for being broken, it's it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All goblins, and that was their choice.
I have a question. Have you ever thought of running Heroes Unlimited?
I've thought about it. It's Palladium system, but yeah, I've thought about it. There's actually some really cool superhero games. I've played some Heroes Unlimited. It'd be fun. I don't know if there's any VTTs that use Spectaculars is a really fun game system as well. Brad's played a little bit of that when we did in person, and yeah, I've also occasionally run one shots of things like Mecha Hack and stuff. So we'll let you know if those pop up. Okay. I'm always down for that. That's easy.
I think we're all down for that.
I know I've got Red and Jane who seem to like their robots.
How did you guess?
Yeah. If we get a couple more people, maybe one day we'll do Mechatron, which is Mutant Year Zero engine and your robots in a city full of robots who have gained sentience. So, and figuring out what free will is all about.
That good old stick.
Mm-hmm. So I guess with that, we're done for the night. Unless there's anything else that our producer Matt would like me to mention in case I've forgotten anything. I know that. All right, I know. Keep your eyes on Slices and Dices because fairly soonish there's going to be some Blade Runner coming up.
What?
That'll be cool. Oh yeah. Yes. The voice from my head has said, "Happy New Year, everybody," because it is, almost New Year's Day. So New Year, almost a new crew. But I decided to let them live. So.
For now.
Merry Christmas. So yeah. All right. Well, you all, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm gonna try to get some sleep, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Okay. Bye.